everybody. We are playing our Iron Kingdoms game today. My name is Cassie, and I'll be running it. And let's see, what do we got going on today? I don't know. I'm a little bit under the weather today, so if I start to get a little bit spaced out, just bear with it. I'll figure out how to get back on track in a hopefully interesting way. So, last we left off, our characters, our adventurers, just finished going through Alexia's hideout in the catacombs underneath Corvus. And as you guys found your way out through a hidden exit that led into what do they call those? A mausoleum inside of the church grounds. You happened upon a bunch of very confused acolytes, followed by the captain of the guard, Captain Julian Helstrom, who, despite being recognizable with his badge and his, obviously swaggerly demeanor, was wearing his civilian clothes, but still insisted for you guys to come along with him to have a bit of a discussion. You guys, let's see. I don't know if anybody was really trying to... I know that Jay's character, Agon, was trying to hide out. Didn't quite work out for him. But, speak of the devil, Agon has arrived. He attempted to hide from from Captain Helstrom and the guys that were running with him, but unfortunately one of the acolytes, who he didn't realize was standing behind him when he stone shifted into his little hiding place, caught wind of him, visual of him, not wind. Anyway, so yeah, anyone have anything to add?
We got some loony stuff.
Yes. Happy Easter,
Happy
everybody.
Easter.
If you like the Easter Bunny. If you don't, well then, don't eat any chocolate today.
Don't eat him.
Don't eat him. If you don't like him, don't eat him. Anyway.
We got a holy ring from a statue, a McBlesserson box, prayer beads, and some ring from Sunbright.
Yes.
These are notes for treasure that we recently acquired while going through Alexia's stuff.
Okay. Anyone else have anything to add with what's been going on? Also, have you leveled your characters to level 3?
Yes, I have 1 skill point left to spend.
Okay, good.
I can't decide whether I want to increase my drapery skill or my aesthetics skill. Oh wait, this might be the wrong game.
Yeah, we're not playing
Feng Shui.
Trimmers and Tailors.
Trimmers and Tailors.
I would definitely go with drapery, though.
Actually, I do have a question to help me spend this point. Does anybody have any ranks in appraise as a skill?
Looks like Inari's raising her hand.
Okay, so somebody here actually can appraise material. That's good. And the other thing would be... What was the other skill I was looking at? Handling animals. Does anybody else have the skill for handling animals? Okay, so I don't need to waste my time with that.
Let me check to make sure, but I should have it.
And lastly, does anybody have diplomacy? Because I don't really want to waste points on diplomacy. I want to waste them on intimidate.
1 second.
So somebody has diplomacy. Okay, good. Then
I don't have diplomacy. I do have handle animal.
Great. Then I'm just going to put points into intimidate, min-max that sucker, and get me a 9.
Okay. Fantastic.
Just to edification of the group, I have picked up knowledges in dungeoneering and engineering now. I be smart. And I can fire a cannon if we come across a cannon for some reason.
Okay. Can you guys hear Max okay? Because he's kind of a little bit further away from the microphone. Okay. Just making sure.
I'll project my voice toward the tip
Okay.
to help. I'm done.
All right. So, as we start off today's session, you guys were whisked away by Captain Helstrom and his merry crew of other people dressed in civilian clothing that are in the City Watch, but right now are off duty. Maybe. They've taken you into a was it in the Jewelers District, I believe? There was a thing down in the Jewelers District, and you
A
were doing
warehouse.
stuff. Yep, a warehouse that was very secluded, and we left in a bit of a cliffhanger with Captain Hellstrom. I don't know. Does anybody remember what he said? Because I
No.
don't.
Sorry for this. We didn't want you telling the good father stuff he wasn't ready to know yet.
Gotcha. So I'll just go with what I wrote, which is kind of similar. So as we open, Captain Hellstrom, very stern face, he says that I apologize for the deception. It is necessary to keep Father Dumas and his acolytes from finding out about his niece. He deserves better than to be subjected to rumors. He deserves the truth. Once it's obtained. And action.
Dav, what do you speak of? What do you know? What are you trying to say?
So he will ask you, how well do you know Alexia?
At this point, my character will probably look to the ground in realization that he questions that himself, and then look back up from under the brim of his hat and say, "The girl I used to know is not the girl that is named Alexia. What I know means nothing."
Okay, so with everybody else being silent, he is going to look to the three strangers that he definitely does not know and asks Agon, how long have you been in Corvus?
I've been here for several months.
Doing what?
Working for the university.
With Professor Pendrake.
Yes,
He's an honorable man.
he is. He's very kind.
And you, stranger, looking at Nefera.
She pauses before she realizes that's a question. Says, also at the university, Professor Pendrake took me as a student.
And then he'll look lastly to Inari, who, I don't know, tell me what you're doing right now.
Staring dreamily at him.
She's got a thing for older men, doesn't she? Damn. So all right. He says, and you, miss? You seem to be a little young to be in town by yourself.
I'm not young. I'm an adult. I was here on a business trip. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, out of character. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late and behind on what's going on because Easter I had some family.
No worries.
But I had to kick them all out.
Okay.
Good.
So he's questioning us because he caught us in the tombs. Is that what's going on?
You don't know.
Okay. So
Right.
where are we?
You guys right now are in a warehouse basement area in the Jewelers District.
Yes.
With him
Is this
and
where we
several...
came out of the tombs?
No. This is where he took you to at the end of the last game session.
how did he take us? Like,
You guys went willingly.
okay. So
Surrounded
there was no
by-
handcuffs or anything like that.
Well, you didn't need him. There was several people that were helping him out with in case you guys decided to cause shenanigans. But as far as I'm aware, you did not choose to do that.
Okay. And the original question he asked us was what? About his daughter?
No,
No,
about Alexia.
about Alexia. You don't know
This is the father, right?
No.
No, this is the.
This is Captain Julian Helstrom,
Oh,
captain of
okay.
the City Watch.
My boss.
All around, his boss, all around badass.
Right.
Chiseled jaw.
Chiseled jaw. Oh, I got a picture too. I can show you guys.
I'm gonna say, are we being detained?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he looks like. Yes. Unfortunately, they don't have the same kind of rules that we do.
Right.
Yes, you're being detained for a little while. So you ask, "Are you being detained?" He says, "Yes." He can keep a very straight expression and very stern and somber kind of thing. So like he's like totally serious right now. So I apologize if I can't really convey
fine.
that seriousness. He asks, he looks to Yashirim since, he's like, Yashirim, what did you learn down in the catacombs? What did you and your associates learn down in the catacombs? That's what he would say.
Well, we learned that the young lady is certainly deep in the dark arts, but we're not sure where or how she's gotten the knowledge, the rather expert knowledge that she's attained.
Okay.
Are you actually looking at me like that?
Yeah.
She's been raising the dead.
Yeah, that one.
Obviously, she got it from the library. Probably.
So, he nods at this, and, it's like, thank you for your honesty. Alexia seems to be growing into a very powerful sorceress. We know that she was involved in the grave robberies, and we only recently learned about the catacombs ourselves. I had men staking out the entrance when you arrived and watched you enter.
That means you saw her leave.
We waited several minutes before following you down, but only found a massive stone wall and no sign of you.
And you let us fight all those things without helping?
What things?
The dead things.
There was a stone wall blocking them from getting to us.
Yeah.
There wasn't much they could do.
They followed you down, only to find a massive stone wall and no sign of you. I concluded sorcery must have been involved, which brings me to Alexia. You all have discovered that she has considerable talents in the necromantic arts.
And somehow she left the... what the hell is that thing called again?
Catacombs?
Catacombs. And somehow she left the catacombs, most likely walking past you, and you did not even see her.
He nods and is like, she's been gaining skill for many months now.
Months? Accenting the fuck are you talking about? It's taken me years to learn how to fight as good as I do, and be this sexy, and she's doing it in months kind of statement?
But at least that's the determination that me and my men can make at this point.
Impossible. Someone of this skill must have been training for years. Hergan, you practice magic, and what do you think?
She's definitely very proficient, and to be that skillful would take years. I don't really practice magic. I'm just kind of discovering it, whereas she's focusing her talents onto one thing.
Here's Farrah's gonna say obsession. She has become obsessed. Obsession can do very strange things.
Helstrom will agree. He says that he actually has had someone follow her over the past several days. In particular, one of his men followed Alexia to the witch's tomb the day that Father Dumas told me of her disappearance. You guys all remember this?
Mm-hmm.
He was actually right there when you guys were talking about it.
Yep.
They didn't follow her in, but they saw her leading 4 undead, the witches themselves, out of the tomb and deeper into the swamp.
So we were in there while Helstrom's man was watching them leave.
No,
she
no,
wasn't
that-
there. Yeah, never mind. She wasn't there when we got there.
No. But, go ahead and roll an intelligence check, John.
Ooh, that's one of my good stats. 14?
Yep. So, as he's telling you that he had one of his men follow, you realize that that means that Helstrom has known about this the whole time. So the things that he was telling Father Dumas in their confrontation when you guys happened upon him with the pamphlet about the what was it called?
The
It was like the menagerie exhibit thing on the
Yes.
docks.
Yeah, that we went to go investigate.
So you know that there's a level.
Okay.
Oh.
All organized.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
You okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Mom, look at it.
Nothing's going on in here, Mom.
Like I said, I got my family member.
No worries. So basically, this tells you that Captain Helstrom has some sort of you don't want to say con job, but he's working on several layers of information that you didn't think that he would be doing as far as deception goes.
Yeah.
So, with that knowledge, what do you do?
Can I try to sense his motive?
You can try to sense his motive. You can try to call him out on his shenanigans. You can do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and ask him. So, why haven't you been being honest with Father Dumas?
So he says, Father Dumas is an old friend. He suffered through the loss of his sister to sorcery. I do not want to throw that shadow of pain over his niece as well until I am 100% sure of her intentions and have proof to back it up. We almost had everything we needed. ... He doesn't do that part, but...
Having a witness to her parading around with undead witches, isn't proof enough to be a little more honest with him?
Normally, that would be the case. However, I also need to make sure that he is not involved with whoever is trying to thwart my investigation.
Do you think that...
Sorry, Max, what were you saying?
Yeah, actually, I was just going to... It's your conversation. I don't mean to cut in. This wouldn't be something I would do.
So is that where we come in? You want us to find out who's thwarting your investigation?
He says, he says, for a week now, Alexia's made, several trips in the same direction into the swampy forest. There's an old keep out there named Fort Riker. 2 days ago, I sent 2 of my men out there to check it out, and they have yet to return. My superiors have told me to stop looking into this, and refuse to offer any explanation why. Someone high up in the city is interfering, but who and to what end I have yet to discover. I only have a handful of the City Watch that I can rely on, and now, hopefully, you. And your friends. The you is collective, I should say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe after a nap and a meal, we'll feel a little more likely to apply.
Wait, don't you have to go to work?
Oh yeah, do I have to go to work? Or am I on a leave of absence for a day or two?
Does anybody else have anything that they want to jump in on at this point?
Let's stop and analyze the information that we've been given. He's told us that someone higher up in the city has decided to try to circumvent his investigation. Whoever these people are, they know about Alexia. That means they might be close to Father Dumas, or someone who frequently attends the church, or someone involved in the actual judgment that took place years ago. So maybe there might be more questions to ask him before we get left without much to work with. I mean, also the question that comes to my character is, does this have anything to do with the Griffin family? Because, you know, hey, I like circular logic, and if it comes back to them, child kidnapping and necromancy, it just gives me one more reason to kick the door in and burn their house down. So, you know, I still have some questions to see if he has an idea who these higher-ups might be. It also means that we might be able to take a moment and think about who Father Dumas deals with, especially me, since I hang around him every once in a while. I might see him hobnobbing with people. He might have also in the past talked about, you know, hey, I deal with this family or that family kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm just trying to analyze it enough to make sure that we know as people we're going into this. My character has a high intelligence score, and even though he might be emotionally attached to the whole situation, he's going to think his way through it. So to start off with, does my character know of any rich, wealthy, to-do families in the city that Father Dumas speaks highly of?
Go ahead and do a knowledge local.
Oh, my dice.
Oh no, your dice.
Oh no, I only have my bone dice in here.
Oh.
I don't have my big red ones.
Where are they?
They're in my bag.
Oh.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
do you want to use that d20?
No, I want to see how this bone dice rolls. All right, let's go back in the bag. That's an 8. I'm making a what check?
Knowledge local.
That would be an 8.
Okay. As you're, it seems that as he's telling you about the case and trying to keep Father Dumas out of it, no one really comes to mind as far as, who he spends time with or whatever, so unfortunately that doesn't help you.
I mean, who would stand to gain with having Alexia?
Are you asking this as a player or as your character?
I would use my voice. It was my player.
Okay.
So, I mean, my character's not going to know much more than that.
Okay.
I would imagine. Who stands to gain would be the question from Alexia doing all this crap. So...
Well, as you know, right now, Alexia stands to gain from what Alexia is doing. She specifically said that she is out for vengeance. She has a plan, and nothing is going to stop that plan from her action as far as she's concerned. Yeah.
So it makes no sense for someone higher up in the city to stop it then, from that point of view. So my character would be perplexed because I didn't roll good on my knowledge local. I don't think this is something my character would follow through on.
Yeah, and sorry. Go ahead, Rowan.
I think Nefera actually would ask, why would someone high up wish to prevent you from stopping this?
He says that he has no idea. You would think that something of this importance would be, priority number
Major.
one.
Yes.
To stop a vengeful young necromancer from exacting revenge on something that she, that nobody knows exactly what she's trying to do other than, she really wants her mom back, That's all she wants is her mommy. Anyway, so yeah, he can't tell you why. He can tell you that that as far as he knows, it has to be somebody that's higher up in the city government that's blocking this. That's the logical conspiracy conclusion that he can come up with right now. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
I would like to make a roll on that.
Yeah, I have sense motive as well that we leveled. It's only a 5, but let's give this bone D20 another shot at that.
Okay.
18, 23.
And what are you trying to sense motive on?
If he's actually bluffing.
No, he's being sincere.
Alright.
As far as you are aware.
I'm sorry, what is he being sincere about? I had to step
That
out.
that he has no idea who could be involved in this or blocking his investigation. He can only assume that it would be somebody high in the city government of Corvus.
Okay.
All right. He says, since John, your character asked if you can, take a nap and have something to eat before you get started, he's going to say, I need you to travel to Fort Riker immediately. See if there's any sign of Alexia, and if you can, try to determine what her plans are. If there are if there is any kind of hostile force, don't engage them. Ride back to the city and make a report to me. And if you can find my men, and if they've met their ends, return their badges and give their bodies a decent burial in the wilds.
Before I answer him, I'm just gonna look around at the rest of the group and try to get a feel for if they are liking this idea or if they're totally over this shit and just want to go to bed. Like, do I make a roll for that?
That would be a sense.
That's gonna be communication between characters, so go.
I go first. As for Helstrom, high strung. Sorry, I did that on purpose there. After he makes the statement, I nod, pull my gun out, flick it open, make sure that it's still loaded, roll that back into its holster, flick out a cigarette out of nowhere, strike a match, begin lighting.
Also out of nowhere.
And then flick it in toward the nearby grass and go, I heard something about the horse. I don't have horse. Are you going to give me horse? Oh, and I still have blood and mud on me because I got injured and I need rest, but fuck it. Fuck it!
It hasn't been 24 hours yet.
So that's my way of saying, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm only 5 hit points down.
You also have the wonderful healing potions.
And I have a healer's kit, and I'm a devoted healer. I would rather use that first. It smells less and tastes less than nasty.
All right, Denari, what's your reaction? So that John can gauge. That you can gauge
I
what's
had the
going on.
coffee this morning. We should definitely go.
Oh, you say it?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Okay.
should never get coffee.
Apparently, coffee lasts like 10 hours for this one, so.
Oh, that's
She's
good.
never had it before. It's residual effect.
All right, Agan, your reaction to what Helstrom is asking of you?
I'm so sorry. What's he asking?
Damn it, Jay! Stop playing Pega.
I'm not playing anything.
All right.
I'm just trying to get set up, and yeah. Sorry.
The short of
Ready
it,
to
he
go
wants
now.
us to know if we're going now. He wants us to go now, and John wants to know if the rest of the team is ready to go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. How are we on? I mean,
Did you use any spells in the
yes,
last few games?
yeah. Now
How
that
far-
I'm thinking about it, I used all my spells, so I need rest.
So you have no spells. All you have is that magic token thing of yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need some rest.
You still have your 0th level orisons.
Yeah. And what he's
I
asking
have-
you to do, he's asking you to travel to Fort Riker, see what's going on there, determine what her plans are if you can. Don't engage anyone, and come back and make a report.
How
or
far is
attempt to.
How far is Fort Riker?
He will tell you it is a hard ride of 4 hours away.
It's a ride.
Yes.
On what?
Horses.
Carriage? Horses?
Yep. So maybe you can sleep on a horse while you're galloping.
Why is it so imperative that we go now?
The longest night is fast approaching. Time is of the essence if Alexia is planning something for it. The longest night is a massive festival in Corvus, which thousands of people come to celebrate.
How fast approaching is it?
It's tomorrow.
Oh.
Shit.
So, okay, out of character. So we're going to have to ride out there, figure out what she's doing.
And then
And then that'll be our second day without rest. And then the day that when the day comes, we're going to have to stop her. We know she's going to turn into some demonic monster, and we're going to have to fight her. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to go 3 days without rest.
Well, that's a really big, tall
This is
supposition.
out of character. Yeah, I'm not saying like.
Why don't we get a cart and a couple of horses and take it that way down the main road, and then whoever needs to rest can actually rest and maybe get some hit points back.
I'm gonna go ahead and say a hard ride in a cart is not gonna be restable, and maybe not even possible.
I would have to agree. Secondly, Jay, we just made 3rd level, so you have access to whatever new spell slots they just popped open. You're going to need at least 1 hour to study those new spells, so you can at least get a few spells under your belt. And you
Am I
can
gonna
get.
have an hour?
We could probably pull off an hour. When
Yeah,
we
you
get there, we're going to be doing spy work, which is sitting there and watching. So we'll have time once we get there to maybe take a little respite. We don't know what's going to happen once we get there, but you'll have your new
Okay,
spells.
my character. In character. I am famished. I really need some rest. But I will pull through and do this with you guys.
Yes.
So my character does this. Da, and then hands the bottle to you.
And I'll take a swing.
Excellent.
Not fire.
Nefera?
He's just gonna pause. That's her response, just a slow nod.
Okay. Excellent. So, John, that is what you're seeing and hearing, Yashirim.
All right. So we've got yes, high on coffee, slow nod. So
Somebody needs to eat.
yeah. So yeah. Captain Helstrom, I think we're gonna go do this for you. But we'll need the horses, some provisions, breads, cheese, things we can eat while we ride hard, and a couple bottles of wine.
And Mr. Highstrung, he also forgot to mention that although we are good people doing good thing, some financial compensation would be nice. My good friend has a child who must be put through school with tutors. And that cost money, as well as bullets cost money.
And I have to buy parts.
Okay. He praises the two of you asking for money and nods. He says, "You will be given horses trained well and fresh for a day of riding, both there and back. The horses are good. I can give you the last 2 weeks' worth of salary to split between you, of the two gentlemen who have gone missing. I can send one of my men with you as well, if you prefer. Provisions, etc. is no problem. And I'm sure that I can find other ways to assist you in the future as well."
Oh, favor.
I have a few outstanding issues that could easily be wiped away with by a man of your stature and position. A clean record would be nice. Deal.
Alright.
Alright.
Saddle up.
Alright, he is going to give you light horses with the endurance and run feats, so they're gallopy goodness.
Jesus Christ, those things are freaking fast.
As far as payment, the total payment for the two salaries is 40 gold pieces. So that's, let's see how many people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 divided by 4 is what, 8?
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and round it up. If you guys can get back, by before sundown tonight. So like it's still morning, I think, right?
Yes.
It's still morning. So if you guys can get back before sundown, he'll push it from 8 gold pieces to 10.
Jesus Christ, that's awesome.
Lastly, he's going to give you guys 2 powder kegs. These are called bombs. They're alchemically designed so that once you pull the cord out of them, it triggers an alchemical reaction that cannot be stopped.
I'm excited because I actually have demolition skill.
Excellent.
Because
Oh my god.
I have the skill
How
to blow
much
shit
time
up.
do we have
Huh?
before the bullet? How much time is the fuse?
It's between 3 to 5 rounds.
Oh, I like the randomness.
It's not like it's an exact science or anything.
No. And then, seeing as how 2 of you have firearms, he is going to, John, he's pretty sure that you have bullets, right? You always have
Yeah.
bullets.
I
But
also-
he's going to also have 4 shots to provide to your guns. So
I can take those old rounds with old powder out.
yeah.
And I have 4 good rounds.
Yep. And let's see, is there anything else that he has? Oh, yes. So, you'll say, he'll thank you guys for understanding the urgency of the situation, and that at this point, other than the men that are in this room, and a couple that aren't, I guess we'll say that there's not everybody. Not everybody is on the table where you can see them. That you guys are pretty much some of the only people that he can trust with this job. If you need to have some sort of healing done, he would suggest going to Father Dumas, not mentioning what you're doing, but saying that you're on an urgent mission on behalf of Captain Helstrom, and he'll more than likely either heal you up or give you some stuff to go along with, health potions and whatnot, if you prefer.
We still have the tainted cure light potions that tasted nasty.
But they do work.
And we also have a healer's kit that has 9 shots left in it, and every one of those is a D4 worth of healing from my hands because I'm a devoted healer. So I can give a D4 worth of hit points back. So, yeah, I'm the healer.
Oh, sorry, on the topic of hit points, Do we get max hit points or roll for them?
No, max hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Everybody gets max hit points.
I don't see a reason to bother with seeing the priest because I can hit myself with a D4.
Okay.
Bam, 4 out of the 5 down, so I'm down by 1.
Okay.
I now have 8 uses of the healer's kit. Does anybody else need healing?
No, but I agree that we shouldn't go see Father Dumas. So ask questions.
Okay.
I guess I have to go return the jack real quick,
No.
just because I can't bring it on a horse.
That is
Yeah,
true. You
that's
can't bring it
true.
on a horse.
Oh,
The
shit.
captain will offer to allow it to stay in this spot, or have arrangements for one of the city watch to escort it back to the engineering guild.
Do you trust them?
Yeah, the escort back.
Okay.
Because they'll expect it back, and I don't want to get it like held up anywhere.
Okay. So yeah, that won't be a problem. It'll be about an hour's worth of time. So Jay, if you wanted to take the moment to get your stuff prepared, to make sure that everything is together, ready to go, horses are done,
The
food's
way
packed.
spells work, you need 8 hours to fully recover. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Can it be split up 8 hours? Like
No.
an hour here. It has
Not-
to be 8 straight hours.
8
Yeah,
straight hours.
It has to be sleep. Like you have to rest.
Right.
Now, because you become 3rd level, you've gained your first 2nd level spell.
Right.
You've got that slot ready. All you need is 1 hour to prep that one 3rd level spell.
Right.
And you still have access to all the orisons, so the only thing you've lost is your 1st level spells. What's your wisdom
Right.
bonus? What's your wisdom score?
5 is the modifier.
So you have at least 2 2nd level spells at your access. Because
Yeah.
if you're got a +5, that gives you an additional 2nd level spell right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
How
you get
many first? I mean, how many 0 levels? Oh, I can use as many 0 as I want.
exactly.
Yes.
You can only know 4, and you can cast those 4 as many times as you want, and
Right.
you have 4 first level. Did you cast 4 first level?
I did cast 4 first level.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you only have 2 2nd level spells.
Right.
Oh, and in that hour of time where you're prepping those 2 2nd level spells, you can swap around your 0th level spells if you wanted something different.
Okay. So, are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Time for some random encounter rules.
Oh, just before we do that, I do want to mention I'm reloading the gun with the good shot
Okay,
because
that's good. And how many shots do you have now? You have 4 in total?
4 good, 2 old.
Gotcha.
The old ones have a 50-50 shot chance of not working.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give my 4 to him as well.
What? I'm gonna have 8 bullets? Holy shit.
Okay, so you guys are, as you guys are heading out, Helstrom provides you with an old, an old scrap of parchment that has a map hand drawn for the directions to get to Fort Riker. He hands that to Yishiram, and Yishiram, you can either, do you know how to read maps? Do you have survival?
I do not have survival.
Okay, well.
I do have survival. I think Jay has survival as well.
Yeah. Jay could probably ride with his eyes closed all the way there.
I know.
So.
I'm jealous.
So he hands it to Yishiram and says that, the sooner you guys get there and find out what's going on, the more prepared we can get, be for when the longest night is here.
Okay. Well, I will look at the map, realize I don't know, north from west.
Okay.
And Higam looks like he would be one that can
I would say
knows
yes.
we're around.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would approach him and ask and give him the map and ask him if he can make heads or tails of it.
All right. Again, he passes you the map, and yes, this is very simple. It's a rudimentary map, but it's very easy for you to tell locations, even distances. So yeah, the guy was accurate with about 4 hours. And if you want to do a survival roll for me real quick, Agon, I can tell you whether or not that can be shortened.
My stuff went up. My armor doesn't work anymore.
Oh, you're muted, Jay.
26.
There we go. Yes. So you're inspecting the map. You realize where this is where they are going, and where it's directing you to. The 4 hours is if you use the main roads. However, there are some pretty dry trails through the forest as well that can be used to cut down that time by another half hour, if you wanted to lead the group through that way.
It's not going to take us anywhere dangerous, is it?
Well, it's going to take you into a swampy forest. Nothing dangerous about that.
I'll present the idea to everyone else and let them vote on it.
Arriving earlier would allow us more time to rest and prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would cut an entire hour off the round trip. So,
Yep.
Anything that we can do to get back faster.
And earn those extra go pieces.
Yeah, because doesn't Yashirim have to get back to work?
He's been reassigned.
That's going to be the running thing.
I'm on a very special assignment.
Yeah. Always late for work. Okay, so you guys begin your journey towards Fort Riker. As you guys are galloping down the roads, you are passing people very, very quickly. You go, there's not a whole lot of activity that you're going to encounter on the roads themselves, other than, having to go around carts and people who are taking up space on the roadway. As you guys cut through into the swamp using the shortcut, there's quite a bit of brambly stuff going on. That it'll kind of tear at people's clothes. If you guys are not wearing a great coat, you're probably going to get some snags and scratches on your body or your horse or wherever. Not a big deal. Not going to kill you, but it's kind of annoying. And as you guys, the one encounter that you could have gone through, you guys are galloping so fast, you intentionally gallop through a swamp gobber encampment. So you see, as you get into this clearing, like these, little gobbers going about their daily thing. So one of them causes an alarm, or raises the alarm as they hear you guys pounding through, but they don't have time to initiate any kind of, combat to prevent you guys from, trampling through their home until after you guys have already passed. So, might have to find a slightly different detour on the way back, but you have successfully bypassed all of the encounters. So, poor little swamp gobbers, they had no idea what hit them. They're like, we're just gonna have a nice easy day. We're gonna plot maybe, a caravan ambush, and then all of a sudden they get ambushed themselves. Bad day all the way
If
around.
that's the same ones, we can turn around and take care of it. Them bastards were from the beginning of the game. Remember the beginning of the game when the caravan got robbed? Yeah, that might be the same ones. We'll have to come back and arrest them all.
All right. Does anybody have knowledge, history, or local? What you got, Jay? Nothing? And Ari, what you got?
I have local.
All right, go ahead and try it.
$16.
All right. So, you guys are riding, you're going through the forest, and then the swampy parts, and the Gon's like avoiding all of like the real swampy parts, which is good because you don't want to get your horse muddy. And you realize you've heard about Fort Riker before. There's a story that goes along with it. This is over a century ago. The fort was the scene of a large battle of the then king's forces and a large bandit army that had been troubling the region. Some might whisper that the bandits were rebels trying to take back their country, but victors write the history books. The bandits were crushed without mercy, their bones scattered left and right to rot where they fell, or thrown into mass graves and forgotten.
That sounds like a lot of potential obstacles.
So, Inari, that's what you remember. And you're not even sure if it's true. It was just like a story. One of those scare little children not to get out of bed stories, or else you're gonna get swooped up by the bandits and or something dark side. I'm guessing she's not sharing that with you guys.
Nope.
No, it's secret.
Are we, did we stop?
I
Or
don't
are
know.
we-
I'm just letting you know what's going on.
I mean, whenever we stop, I'll let him know.
Yeah.
If not, we're on horses, like, galloping really fast. Hey, guys! That's what I just remembered.
Well, I would imagine that since you're like super caffeinated, that's probably what your character would be doing right now, is yelling this, trying to relay the story that you're remembering on a galloping horse.
Yes. Okay. That's exactly what I do. Like, I'll ride up between two of them, and then I'll start telling the story, and then I'll ride up between two more. Be like, hey, guess what I learned? Or remembered. Somehow I pull more coffee out of my water skin. That sounds really great.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I'll keep that in mind as we move forward because she's raising the dead. She was talking about an army of the people being killed. Yeah, that just means more people to deal, more things to deal with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going to need an army to stop this army.
So as you all ride through the forest, the forest itself begins to clear, and it kind of transitions into the thinning trees, until you see a flat, rocky plain like spread out before you. You see tufts of grass and jagged stones dot the landscape. Here and there are shallow craters and scorch marks left from some battle long ago. And Inari, as you see these, you're like, look, there's the scorch marks from the mages that fireballed like 20 people at once. So she gets really excited about it. About a mile away from where you guys are exiting the forest, you can see the silhouette of Fort Riker in the distance.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, is it like a fort or a castle? I mean, how big is it?
It's a fort.
Okay.
It does not go into detail about its size. Okay. But it's quite large. It's a quite large fort, because it was a fort where people lived and did 40 things. Not the number, but... yeah. What would you guys like to do now that you are starting to get out into the open?
In broad daylight, correct?
Yes.
Is there a way to approach the fort that is not clearly in the open?
On horseback? No.
Yeah, stop. I have horses.
Does anyone else think it would be good to not be seen approaching the fort?
You think we should sneak into the fort?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we should be all sneaky stealthy.
Then we should give our
Yeah.
horses a,
What?
we should give our horses a break.
Sounds good. What does the soldier guy that came with us think?
Well, did you guys say you wanted him?
I don't know. I thought that was part of the whole
He said
thing.
that if you preferred one, he would offer one.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
nobody said.
We want an outsider.
No, I don't think we brought them.
We don't need him.
Okay.
Yeah, we're badass.
Okay.
We're level 3.
Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and get some stealth rolls going.
This is my favorite stuff.
Should put some points in.
That's good for me. Well, he trips over his own face.
You sure it's 10?
All right, I'm gonna just make it an option of passive stealth instead. If you guys would like to take a 10 on your stealth, you can do so. If you would prefer to roll, you can roll.
I want to take a 10.
I
Otherwise, I rolled a 3.
I'm going to take my roll because I rolled a 20, so that gives me a 32.
Okay. So, going forward, as we proceed, you have the option in this particular instance of taking a passive stealth.
Yes.
Also, a passive perception.
Okay.
No, I'm going to roll perception.
So, who's the lowest stealth right now?
I would have a 14.
I would also have a 14.
Jay?
It's when you take 10, it's half your.
When you take a 10, it's 10 plus whatever your modifier is for your stealth.
So I'd have 11.
All right. So Jay is running out an 11 right now. Excellent. So that's what everybody else is going on. But Jay, you actually get a little bit of a bonus because there's a lot of rocky terrain going through here. So you can actually help if you make a survival roll to help navigate people by using cover as you guys approach.
And can I assist him on the stealth roll?
Yes.
So-
You want a survival roll.
Well, on the stealth roll, so I can give him like a +2 on his stealth. Like, aid him in stealthing. No?
No.
Okay, survival roll. 13.
Okay.
So I aid him in a survival roll. He gets a +2.
So 23 total.
Awesome. Okay, so that's going to help increase your stealth up to basically a 14 with the rest of these guys. So you're doing good. And then as you guys move through closer, I'm really excited about this picture because I get to show it to you. Go ahead and who's doing a passive perception? And who's doing a normal perception?
Yeah,
I rolled a 26 on perception.
Okay.
Sarah and I are both going with 8 passive.
Okay.
Yeah, passive. I'm going to roll, and I got a 28, so I have a high
Okay, you have to
perception.
decide before you roll.
Okay.
You can't roll and then decide to do, oh, never mind, passive. Can't do
No,
that.
I didn't.
I know you didn't, Jay.
Neither did I.
I did on the stealth, but only because I didn't know that I could take it.
Exactly. That's the only excusable one. That's it. Alright, so, you guys making it through. Gon, he's guiding you back and forth behind these boulders and through the scorched earth, like that's caved down as you guys approach Fort Riker. And every time I say Fort Riker, all I can think of is Riker from Star Trek. So you're welcome, everyone, now, for thinking that too.
I was thinking it as well.
Good.
Yeah, too.
As you all are walking forward, it's not hard to see. There's bones sticking out of the ground, freaking everywhere. I mean, when Inari was hyped up on caffeine, riding between you guys, talking about a massive battle, you're like, yeah, okay, kid, calm it down on the caffeine some. I think you don't need any more coffee, like, ever. You see the bone field scattered before you, remnants of this massive battle. Apparently was very accurate in the mind
look
of
at
a
that.
caffeinated Inari
I look at Emmett and say, those are horse bones.
No, you can definitely tell by the size of the femur that is not a horse.
Okay.
I failed my heel check just like last time.
Nice.
So, I mean, this is gonna be the same fucking argument.
So, I'm assuming that you guys are arguing quietly.
Laughing at the same time, though.
But laughing loudly. So, as you all pick your way towards the distant fort, the plane begins to slope upward. You go up and then it slopes down. So you're cresting over this small hill, and when you see just ahead of you, as the hill starts to slope just ever so slightly down again, a score of skeletons are at work, digging up bones from the battlefield. 2 carts, partially full with bones, are parked on the dirt road that winds its way up towards the fort. A skeletal horse is harnessed to each cart.
Shit.
You were right. It was a horse.
Yeah, your ship's gonna immediately drop down to get out of sight. I don't know if skeletons have good perception scores, but I don't want to be seen.
Okay.
Same, and I will disguise myself as a rock.
Okay.
I'm going to keep eyes on the enemy as much as possible, just kind of like half squat.
Alright, go ahead and, did you roll your perception?
My perception roll was 28.
It
and
was
my stealth
28?
was a 25.
Okay. Since you're paying attention to what's going before you, what you're seeing, is, looks like there are 20 or so, of these skeletons that are busily digging up bones, and throwing them onto the cart. These ones, it seems like they aren't looking around, they are singularly focused on their task. However, there are 2 skeletons who are armored and armed that seem to be surveying and looking out over the rest of the workers, and that are paying more attention to things around them than not, whatever. And they are both looking in the opposite direction of where you guys are.
But you can tell that they're standing there scouting.
Correct.
All right.
How far are we from the fort?
From the fort, you guys are... Let's see. You guys are, let's see... about a half of a mile to the fort proper at this point.
So we can, like, barely see it in the distance?
No, well, you can actually see it here. I'll actually show you a picture. So, there's all the skeletons doing stuff.
Okay.
And there's the fort in the distance. So, the fort is quite large. So, you can definitely see the fort that's there. It's not a small fort. It's quite a big fort.
So would the fort be able to see the skeletons? Is what I'm trying to get to.
Well, that depends on if anybody is looking.
Okay.
I would say that if somebody was, let's see, well, go ahead and make me a survival check.
$16.
Yeah, based on your guess, if anybody's actually looking out those windows over the area, they're not going to really notice, who's doing what from the distance that you're at right now. If they had a spyglass or a telescope or something, different story. But naked eye stuff, nobody's probably going to be able to recognize that you guys aren't skeletons.
Aren't skeletons?
Yeah, that's what you were asking, right?
No, I'm asking because what I'm thinking is, is this normal for there to be skeletons outside the fort? Is this a fort full of skeleton people? Or is this, like, something new going on.
I'm
guess.
pretty
I
sure
don't know.
this is Alexia's handiwork.
Right. And so is she like? Does she run the fort?
Most likely.
No.
Okay. I know everything I need to know. Then. Got it. Thank you.
Yep, we are walking into the lion's den.
Okay.
So, we probably could skirt this whole event and avoid it and not be noticed. They're making a lot of noise. The only way we can be detected is by being seen from the fort or seen by those skeletons that are on watch. So if we do a wise maneuvering and skirt the area as best as possible, I'm sure Hagan can make sure we can get that done.
Yep.
We don't have to bother with these guys. Remember, Cassie's running the game. This is metagaming. We don't get points for killing these sons of bitches. We get points for accomplishing things. And I'm okay with that. Because fighting the undead is not fun. Sticking to my character.
Our instructions were,
To spy.
yeah,
we were
not to
spying.
engage.
Try your best not to engage.
Well, at this point in time, we've spied. There are skeletons out there digging up other skeletons to make more skeletons so they can come out and dig up more skeletons to make more skeletons. It's a problem. We can go home now.
And some of them are, in fact,
But
close.
you have not yet determined what Alexia's plan is overall, so you can't chicken out yet, Emmett.
We need to sneak in and find her whiteboard that has everything written
Yes,
on
you do.
Fuck.
Actually, she uses the chalkboard because whiteboards don't make that fantastic sound.
Ah.
And she gets really angry.
Like
and
bones on a chalkboard.
Alright,
Anyway.
so we need to circumvent this and...
Go ahead and make a real perception check. Good.
12.
Anyone else?
Yeah, 'cause I was actually thinking the same thing, so I'll make one.
25.
Okay.
Ooh.
I made one. I
26.
failed horribly.
Okay. You guys, as you are trying to figure out what it is that you are doing, you let's see, Agon, you realize that it really doesn't seem like these skeletons are paying attention to anything else. In particular, the worker skeletons. There's like little rats and little like other vermin creatures that are around picking at bones and stuff. It's like the skeletons don't realize that those things are even there. John, you realize that one of the carts is almost entirely filled with bones, and it is starting to move up towards the fort.
I have a quick question about game mechanics.
Mhm.
I have guidance. I picked that for one of my 0 level skills.
Yes.
Since it's 0 level, I can use it whenever I want. Can I just announce from this point on during the game I'm going to use guidance on every roll?
It
For
takes
everyone?
time to cast that
Yeah.
spell.
So you would be
Okay.
able to cast it, and then I think it would be the next turn you could utilize it if you were doing it just for yourself. If you were doing
Okay.
it for somebody else, you can cast guidance on that person every time, but that would take up your full round.
Takes up a round. Okay. Got it.
So I'm going to quietly announce to the group. I think if we can get in that wagon of bones, we can get close to the fort and see what's going on.
Dot, I hate this idea.
Exactly, Striker.
Yeshirim, are you serious? By the hand of
Yeah.
Moro, why would we want to climb into a bucket filled with undead?
Well, they're just technically bones right now.
My character's
They're
scared.
not undead yet. Now. That comes later.
Why, Emmett? Are you afraid?
You have never dealt with the undead like I have. Very, very unpleasant.
Well, I think the best choice we have to prevent them from becoming undead is to hide in them.
Honestly, my character's smart enough to realize he's fucking right. Doesn't mean
Terrible.
it makes it any less nice.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll look over at everything and say, well, if we're going to do this, we need to go now.
Okay. Who is using their passive stealth and who is rolling?
I'm rolling.
Passive.
No matter what I do, I'm going to roll higher than Jay, so
And I'm gonna.
You
use
can assist
guidance.
Jay at this point.
I assist Jay.
Okay. Jay, you get a plus what?
2.
A plus 2 to your stealth.
So I'll have a 14.
Yes. So, anybody else? I know that John and Sarah, you guys have 14s if you do passive.
I just rolled an 11, so 13.
Okay.
I got 13.
13 total?
Yep.
Okay.
And I rolled a 25.
Well, as you guys are approaching the cart, you guys, with the God's expert maneuvering, you have been able to make it almost to the cart before the two skeletal warriors do an about face and start marching back to make their observations once again, and they see you. One of them does their little clattery shriek thing. None of the other skeletons that are working on collecting bones pay attention at all. Just those two start coming after you. So roll initiative.
I'd like to impose upon my character because of his background a fear save versus the shriek.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll set it at a 12, so it's something I can make. A will save is 3. Against fear, I have an additional 2. So
Yes,
I'm
you make it. You make it. All right. So let's go ahead and I've got the turn order thing. Let's see what they got. I gotta pull up their stats, which should be easy. No, it's this one. Because these guys are just little. Anyway.
Sorry, you're
Scroll down.
pretty sure they stopped because of me.
There they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, they rolled pretty good on their. Let me just make sure that I didn't. Yeah, they rolled pretty good on their perception this time around. Before they rolled a 3, so no, this time they rolled an 18. All right. Where's their?
Up. Stop. Under layer alignment.
Okay.
They have a nice initiative bonus.
Yes. Well, they are. All right, so that's a 17, 23. All right. Is anybody else on the Roll20 that can you guys see the turn order thing at all, or no?
No, they shouldn't be able to see this.
Okay. Well, shoot.
I'm on it, but
All right.
I don't
Well,
see it.
that's fine. Yashiram, what's yours?
24.
Emmett,
23.
Nefera,
6.
Inari,
22.
and Agon.
7.
Plus 1.
All right.
Sorry.
All right, Yashiram, you go first. You realize that they are looking right at you, and they are about to come towards you. What do you do?
Well, I draw my pistol. Oh wow, that's it.
And I should say that they are about. They are probably 40 feet away.
40 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys
I-
almost made it past before they turned around. So they've got a little bit of a distance.
Yeah, I'm going to. Let's see. Is one of them more ahead of the other one, or are they both like that?
They're actually pretty much side by side at this point, because they both just turned around and they have not had a chance to move yet. So
Okay, well, I'm gonna hit the one on the left with a magic missile.
Nice. Okay, so that'll be how many d4s of damage?
Only 2.
Okay, only 2.
Oh, and I rolled 4s on both, so that's 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Jesus. Yeah, so that magic missile sails through and it blasts the skeleton to tiny pieces. So it completely obliterates it. Good job.
Wow, yeah, I'm completely taken aback by that. Now it's gun shooting magic. Holy shit.
John, and I'm guessing you're actually casting that through your weapon, correct?
Yes.
That's how you're doing it. So
Yes,
go ahead
the
and
magic
do.
missiles come out of the gun.
Yeah. When you do your descriptions, go ahead and make sure you utilize that because it adds to the badassery of your character. Versus just
totally.
saying that you just cast magic missile. You and then 2 magic things. These 2 bullets that are like that aim true always, just boom. You know, something you can do. You can think of something.
I'll try to be better.
Anyway, so next up is between the skeleton and Emmett, and I'm pretty sure Emmett has the higher dex score, so you go first.
Okay, seeing that he shoots a gun, I'm going to say that it catches me off guard, but I'm just going to kind of stumble move, a 30-foot movement, and then use a 10-foot reach of my spiked chain, bludgeoning end, and I'm going to whip it out and try to take the skeleton down.
Okie dokie.
So this is a trip attempt. Natural 20.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
+8, so that's a 28.
Okay. So
Versus its CMD.
yes, that definitely hits. So what happens when you whip your chain around its bony ankle and rip it back? You actually disconnect the foot ankle joint completely from the leg, and it collapses to the ground.
I whip hard enough to do 10 points of damage
Jesus
as it reaches
Christ.
through there, whips back.
Wow.
As it starts to fall, I take advantage. I'll describe it as the blunt end comes up, over, and the weight just drops into the skull.
Yeah.
And then as I turn to look back at the group, once again, with my quick draw, I pull my chain into my coat.
All right. Well, that was fast.
Go, 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 go.
So, yeah, John, Yashiram takes a shot from his thing with his truest aim magic missiles through his gun. Emmett runs up, completely just like tears this other one apart. Once again, this other skeletons don't seem to be paying any attention. The cart is continuing to move on towards the fort, as if nothing happened. But the two skeleton warriors are down. Or the skeleton scouts are down, I guess is the best way to put it.
What kind of armor were they wearing? Do you know?
What kind of armor they were wearing? They were wearing broken, rusty chain shirts.
Chain shirt is the next armor level up for me. And those are expensive. They're like 100 fucking gold pieces.
If you were able to take both chain shirts and put them into your thing, you could probably find a blacksmith to make one good one.
Trade, sell, and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I can take that to my advantage, rush back, pull them off, just grab and run, dumping bones out.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to, take them off because you can just shake the bones out of the chain shirts. So
I'm going to write that down. 2 broken chain shirts.
Yes.
What weapons did they have?
They had broken scimitars.
Oh, okay. No bueno.
With tetanus poison.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure undead are immune to tetanus.
Yeah.
People are.
Well, I was hoping one of them had like a bludgeoning weapon because all I have are knuckle dusters. So.
No. No, these ones don't. I'll double check just to make sure.
Knuckle dusters aren't blunt.
They are, but they're very close range.
Yeah, and they're 1d3 -1 for me. So.
Yeah, there's nothing. Oops. There's nothing specific for anything else, so I'm just going with what's on the skeleton NPC character. So, broken scimitars, swords, whatever. They're broken. Piece of shit. Alright. So, you guys have quickly dispatched of these two. What do you want to do now?
I want to twirl my gun and holster it
Okay.
with some flair and panache.
Excellent.
Loot skeletons and just grab one chain shirt, grab the other chain shirt, begin moving back, shaking the bones out as I'm going, like
Are we
rolling it
still
up.
trying to sneak into the wagon?
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm waiting to find
Yeah.
out.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
I'm getting into the wagon.
Okay.
Well, sorry. It's one of the bones.
I jump in and wiggle like underneath the bones.
Oh.
Go ahead and make another will save there.
Okay, I'll try. Oh, I know. Haha.
You have some serious flashbacks of like things as you see Inari just wiggling away, like almost gleeful in her, desecration of these bones. You cannot make yourself get into that cart.
Yeah, as I'm grabbing them and rolling up the chain shirts and I throw them into my flat backpack, I'm sitting there catching up and I'm seeing them crawling into the bones and I'm gonna just like swagger.
All right,
And take a
guys.
stop and you just stop following it.
Guys, so you guys see, as everybody's climbing into the cart, trying to hide underneath the bones, Emmett is catching up, and then he slowly stops until he's, not running, then he jogs, then he wobbles to a stop and stares mouth agape, and his eyes hold, a deep-seated terror.
So I will run back to him and pull out his bottle of wine because I know he's got one in a pocket somewhere.
You find two.
push it into his hands and say, "We need you to come with us."
All right. Do I get another save?
Yes, with some liquid courage.
Liquid courage bonus. Yeah, 15.
All
so
right.
I take the bottle. I look at him. I have like the distant stare. I drink from the bottle. I'm not even very clean about it. Like pour some in my mouth, take a gulp, and come back to focus and nod. I don't say shit. Just keep running.
All right. Go ahead. And whoever we're gonna do a stealth into the whatever it's called, the cart. If anybody wants to passive or roll, need to know now.
I'm passive.
18.
28.
So, all right. So you guys are in the cart now. Emmett is able to make sure that everyone else is sufficiently covered. He makes his great coat look like a piece of ratted cloth kind of crumpled up over the rest of Agon's body. That was kind of his leg was sticking out, so he was covering
Yeah,
it
I'm
up.
pushing you in. And at that point in time, I'll sit there and say, Krieger, don't worry. We will get out of here okay. I don't. You guys. He calls Yashira Krieger. He goes, "Don't worry, Krieger. We'll get out of this alive."
Yeah.
I figure he failed, right?
Yeah.
He's having one of those flashbacks.
Yes,
I'll
definitely.
go with it. He's obviously in a bad place.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. You guys, as you are winding up, it takes about 15 minutes of winding up through the road in this cart. As you, if anybody tries to peek out, you will see more skeletons digging up more bones. And every once in a while, you'll hear, the marching of, scaled, armor, boots, and stuff. So there's other things out here that are there. If anybody looks, you're going to see more of those skeleton warriors that are just monitoring the progress.
Yeah, I think that I would be purposefully trying to see what's going on without drawing attention to myself, like
Okay.
peeking through a couple of femurs.
Okay.
Um,
Put a skull over your head. A horse skull.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier. But no, so there are 3 other groups of 2 that are basically patrolling up and down the road and monitoring the skeletons that are digging up bones. Now we need to move you guys over to this thing right here. Oh, damn it, you little shit. Hold on. Gotta figure this out. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now how do I make it? Sarah, John, are you guys on Roll20?
We were, but we weren't able to see anything.
Alright, how do I do
click
this?
there, and then, no, I'm holding shift and you click.
Now we are. We're loading up.
Let's try control. Point at some place. No, click.
Ah.
Are you left clicking or right clicking?
Oh, right clicking.
It should be left clicking. It's a pain.
Oh no, left clicking. Sorry, I'm using the normal button. Oh, I know why.
Ah, yeah, okay. Let's do this again. Alright, try again.
Alright, is
There you
everybody
go.
there?
Now it adjusts everybody.
Okay. Everybody there? Make sure you can move your pieces. Because it's adventure time.
I want the flexi dog that changes into a chain gun.
Alright. Okay. You guys are going up into the thing. Blah, blah, blah. The cart moves in. I need to remove this polygon. Done. Okay. You guys move up, and the, oops. I'm gonna move your pieces up, because this is pretty much right where you guys are at. Dumped unceremoniously into a pile of bones, where 4 other skeletons. Well, you're not even there. Stab it. Grab and stab. Move away. The cart is dumped into another pile of bones, which you see right here-ish. There's a pile. There, in each pile, there's 2 more skeletal workers that do not pay attention to you whatsoever. They are in the process. Let's see. This is a stone keep. Where you guys are at is Fort Riker's Gatehouse. It sits on the edge of a great chasm. The great gates are open, and inside, where you guys have just been placed, inside is a small courtyard with several bone piles. 4 skeletons slowly and methodically pick through the piles, sorting them into smaller piles, ribs, skulls, kneecaps, the like. They don't even seem to notice you.
Well, as I crawl out of the pile, I'm going to take a femur with me.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
Are you using that as a bludgeoning weapon?
Yes.
I wonder what. Let's see, what would that be, like a D4?
D4. It's equivalent to a club.
Yeah.
You can make it greater, like a D6, and if you really feel like it, a D8. And if you wanted to impose a fragile to it, it basically means if he rolls like a 1, 2, or 3, something along those lines, he breaks it while swinging it around.
You know what? We'll say it might be like a. Maybe it's a horse one.
I don't know. Let me check.
Horse leg.
No, nah.
It's
It
not?
is probably human.
It's human. It's a big old human bone, and it.
What does the gun say?
Agan, what do you think?
About what?
Stop playing games, Jay.
I'm not. I don't know what you're asking.
Is it
Bones
a
are-
horse? Is it a horse bone or or a
Oh, it's obviously a horse bone.
John, you think that it's either a human femur or a lower leg piece of a horse.
Okay.
Either way, it's hard to determine.
As long as it's clubby.
It is clubby. It'll do a d6, and we are going to do the fragile, so don't roll a 1.
I'll try.
All right. So the as far as the tiles on the map goes, the gray is where you can go. The black is walls.
Odd structure.
And the skeletons that aren't the cartoonish ones, I guess, those are standing up, or are they just on the ground?
This?
No, these ones.
These guys are the skeletal workers that are busily
Okay.
sorting out the piles into smaller
Gotcha.
piles. Jeez, Jay.
All right. I think my freak out moment's passed.
Yeah? Are you sure?
I mean, I failed once, and then I got brought back.
I'm pretty sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm okay at this point in time. But I'm definitely trying to keep myself in grasp of reality. So moving is important. I'm getting the fuck out of this pile of bones.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Just move me in this direction. That's great. Right about there.
All
if
right.
any of the skeletons make any gestures toward me, I'm just going to whip it out and my spike chain out and just stab him in the face or something.
So far, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Whip it out, man. Whip it out.
As you get farther into the area, you see that there is a this brown part is the wall. These white bits are doors.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
GM Cat has decided to arrive and try to tip me over there. Yeah, I don't think he's in a right deciding making mood, so I'm just going to stay in my position and kind of like look back to everyone else without saying anything.
Okay.
I'll light a cigarette and start drinking again.
All right, Inari. You have been dumped into another pile of bones. There are skeletons sorting these piles out. I'm guessing that your character has probably never experienced anything like this before. I would like you to go ahead and do a will save, please.
Do you want me to do that too?
No.
Because I'm pretty creeped out. Okay.
You've already...
14.
14. You are, a little bit stuttery. And definitely uncomfortable. So you are, what is that called?
Staggered.
Staggered.
So for -2 to all actions for a period of time, she gets to pick.
Yes.
Okay.
What would your character like to do in the reaction to this?
Just stay as close to Emmett as possible. Like,
Realize to sleep.
yeah.
Okay. All right, Emmett, you are trying to figure yourself out and keep moving, and something keeps holding you back.
I look down and I see it's.
No, not all grabby. It's kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
Not grabby? Oh, just the shirt sleeve. So you feel like your shirt keeps not wanting to move with the rest of your body as you move forward.
Okay. In all of my delusional states, I have always been with the other crew members or the slaves or other people. It's always been me and other people trying to run and stay safe. So I wouldn't be beyond realizing that she's standing next to me. Also, the fact that she reminds me a lot of Alexia would definitely kind of keep me earthed down. And I see that she's panicky, or at least bothered by the whole event.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go ahead and ready my weapon and sit there and say, "Da, little one, I am here to protect you."
All right. And Nefera.
Want me to roll will?
I think that you've probably seen a lot of really messed up shit, so I'm not going to make you roll a will save. However, I do need you to tell me what you're up to right now.
I'm basically, I've been through a lot, but this is still weird and off-putting, so I've got my sword out, I've pulled my sword out, and I've got my hand ready to make gestures.
All right.
Magical gestures.
Ahead of you, let's see, where are you guys at? Emmett is kind of taking a little bit of a charge here. moving forward, but he's he's not really making any moves towards either of those two doors. What is everybody else doing other than him and Inari, who are kind of in a state of, oh my god, what do we do now?
The Pharaoh's going to go over to one of the doors.
Okay.
And she's stealthing.
All right. What's your stealth? Are you doing passive?
Probably should have, but no, I did active.
What did
I
you roll?
rolled a 14.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, like I said, these skeletons are not paying attention to you, so at this point, you're good.
Yeah, and I'm going to listen at the door.
Okay. Agon, how about you?
How would a 17 roll for a will save? Like, where would that put me?
You would be acceptable. You're fine. You need to make a 15, and so you're not staggered. Although you are definitely this is definitely something that you have not experienced before, but you are still you have all of your wits about you.
Okay, then I'm gonna recognize that Emmett, or should I do a perception just to notice whether Emmett's shaken or not?
You see that Emmett, you don't have to necessarily do a perception for this. You know that Emmett already called Yashirim by another name.
Uh-huh.
And, you know that he is currently, basically acting as a protector to Inari at this point. So you're not really sure if he's all there right now, but it seems to be that he's there enough.
Okay. And I saw Nefari?
Yeah, Nefera?
Nefera. I saw her go up to the door.
Yes.
And so I'll follow her.
Okay. And are you keeping your passive stealth?
Yes.
All right, and that is a 12, you said, because you are doing guidance on yourself continuously?
Well, guidance would give me a 13. Because I have 11.
If you have 11, guidance is going to give you a 1, so...
Yeah.
Oh, guidance gives 1 point.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, 12 would be correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so that'll be 12, and, Yashirim?
Oh, do I need to make a will save?
Yes, you do.
$14.
All right. Yashirim, this is, from the beginning of where you guys came through all these skeletons, you're seeing more skeletons, you've got this... I guess the best way to put it, John, is that your nethers are cringing right now.
That's the phrase of the weekend.
That's the
Yes.
phrase.
My nethers are cringing right now.
Yeah, so it's very, I don't even know what the right word is right now, so I apologize, my brain just doesn't want to think of it. But you're not quite freaked out, but you are staggered, right?
Staggered.
You're staggered.
He failed his will save?
Okay.
Yes.
Staggered.
So, and that's a negative 2 on everything that I do for a certain amount of time?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Staying here is not the best idea, so I will passively stealth up to the door that nobody's going to.
Okay.
I apologize. I just realized when I got to the kitchen, the word is not staggered, it's shaken.
Shaken.
Staggered
Okay,
means
sorry.
you only get a partial action, and shaken means you get a -2.
All right. Sorry. Shaken. Not staggered.
Yes.
Can I, check the door to see if it's, locked or something?
You can certainly do that.
Yeah, and I said I was listening at my door. So
Mhm.
17.
Okay. You are not hearing anything at your door right now. John, what's your perception for your locking stuff? Remember, you have a -2.
Well, I rolled a 1. So, -2 will give me a 7.
Okay. It is not locked, and you just jiggled the shit out of that handle
Made a lot of noise.
and opened the door.
Oh, I opened it.
Yeah.
cool. Like, but I don't push it open, right?
Oh no, you do.
Oh no, I do.
Great. Good job, man.
You see?
It's a toilet.
That's what I was thinking too.
Close. It's a dumbwaiter
Man, they need to get a smart waiter around here.
and another
you
door.
You're gonna be mean about it. Maybe he's just uneducated.
No man, he's a dumbwaiter.
Oh, and then that's another door. Just around the corner there.
Yes. That is a door to your left. Nefera, as you are carefully listening at your door, you hear chicka chicka chicka, and the big creak open. The door opens in, so you look over and you see Shiram's just waltzing on into the place with a look of like blank horror. So maybe he's not all there right now. He's just stumbling into the door.
Okay, I'm assuming that I see what's going on. I want to try to catch up with Krieger to make sure he's going to be okay. We can't separate the team.
Okay. Go ahead and we'll move you up.
Yeah, I'm going to drag her with me too.
Oh, I'm on the wrong thing, so let's go over here.
Well, I'll just go over there since if the cat's already out of the bag, so.
And I'm going to grab Yashirim by the sleeve and be like, Krieger, don't leave us behind. We must stick together.
Yeah, dumb.
So Agan, as you're hearing this, you hear once again, Emmett is calling Yashirim by this name Krieger.
Krieger.
And the skeletons don't notice us?
That is correct. The skeletons are busy sorting out bones.
I'll just stay back behind them.
Okay. So, John.
Yeah, I suppose realizing that everyone has gathered around me because I so brilliantly opened the door. I'll go in, and I would like to investigate the dumbwaiter.
Okay. This cramped room seems to be dedicated to the operation of a large dumbwaiter. The door to the lift is open, and the tray is large enough for a grown man to crouch upon. There is an iron wheel set into the wall, presumably to move the tray up and down.
Was the tray made of wood or metal?
Most likely it is of rusty metal. Oxidized metal. Let's use that.
Okay. Can I investigate the mechanics without turning them to see if they look like they will still function?
Do a perception check.
Uh,
Or a disabled device.
I don't have disabled device.
Then I guess it's perception.
16. Oh wait, no. 14.
All right. You are, what exactly were you trying to find out? I'm sorry.
I was trying to see if the dumbwaiter looks like it will move without actually trying to move it.
You realize I'm a mechanic, right?
But
It was just a wagon full of bones. You want to think?
Yeah.
Care the souvenir, my journey.
Awesome.
we're going into the heart of darkness today.
Yeah.
Joseph
I'll fight on what?
Joseph Conrad style.
Okay.
John, it looks like it is operational, even though it is old and maybe hasn't been used in a long time. But, I mean, all you gotta do is just turn the crank and it goes up or down.
Let's not do that.
Not ready.
Not ready, okay.
Something about squeaky metal, cranky noises sound like a terrible option.
Alright, and Nari and John, you guys can go ahead and make another will save.
Shay, you're muted.
Can I cast guidance on John before he rolls up?
Sure.
So add a +1, John.
Okay, well, I still get a -2, right?
Yes.
So that's an 11.
Okay, that's acceptable. You're out of the bones. So that will pass this time around. Congratulations.
That would be the same thing for mine.
Yeah. So you're away from the bones, away from the things. You guys are starting to come back to your senses. You are no longer shaken at this point. However, it could return at any moment. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'll play it by ear.
Move into the room and then just look around.
Okay. Alright, he's moving into the room. He's dragging Inari with him. Inari, as you step into the room with Emmett, you see that Yashirim is messing with a large dumbwaiter.
I'm gonna go over and inspect it.
Alright.
Oh, that is good, obviously. Would that be a Mechanica?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. 28.
And what are you inspecting for?
To see if it, I guess, still works, or if it would be, like, he's looking at it to obviously want to work it or see if it works. So
Sounds
that's
like a
what I'm
terrible
looking
idea.
for, to see if it works.
Okay.
Or we can...
Yes, it looks like it is operational. However, it looks like it also has not been used in a very long time. But all the pieces are still there.
Excellent.
Alright.
Do you happen to have like an oil can with you too?
I have a toolkit with me, so I'm not entirely sure what all comes in a arcane mechanics toolkit. I would assume some oil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
I'm
little
thinking,
can.
if we use this thing, we might not want it to make noise to wake the dead.
Only one
Right.
person can get in at a time.
Yeah.
So it's a terrible way of going up and down.
But if we needed to, it could be a fast way of getting down.
For one person, yes.
Does it go up or down?
It does both by what Inari is able to determine.
They're all busy with the dumbwaiter. I'm not at all mechanically inclined. I'm going to go over here, and since Yashirim's already opened the door very noisily, I'm going to open the door as stealthily as I can.
Okie dokie, go ahead and roll a stealth check for whatever.
28.
Oh man, you open this door so quiet. So quiet. It seems like maybe this door had some well-oiled hinges.
I turn back and give Yashirim a, see, this is how you open the door. Look.
Alright, you open the door. You see that there is a set of stairs going down. That's the ones that are, right here. These are going down. These are going up. Oh, you know what I should have done too? Is, let you know which way is north. That would be good. There you go. North.
So the question is, we've got to find Alexia and her plans. We don't know anywhere in this Fort Riker that she's going to have them at, so we have to explore every option. I say that we pick up and then go from there.
So we're gonna stick somebody in the dumbwaiter and just kind of like crank them up.
There's
As I walk
stairs.
into the room-
What, Jay?
As I walk into the room, I think I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to say, what is wrong with these people? They see a mechanism for calling bones up and down a thing, and they immediately want to get inside it and ride it. I don't understand that.
So, there are some perfectly good stairs in here.
going to head over to the stairs. I'm going to take Inari with me.
All right. So, Inari, you are about to, like, just hop into the dumbwaiter when you get your arm, like, vice gripped by Emmett, and he drags you into the room with the stairs.
I take it back. I do understand how a 12. If I was 12 years old and I saw one of those, my first instinct would be get in. Let's go for a ride.
I'm not 12. I'm
Oh.
16. I'm an adult.
16.
Thank you very much.
Da, you
I'm
can.
sorry. When I was a big kid.
Da,
I'm
you.
an adult.
Da, you can play on the toys later.
All right, you have the option of going up the stairs or down the stairs.
The question is, do we think the evil witch would be in the basement or the tower?
Secrets are usually kept downward, I think, in general.
In my opinion, it depends on the climate outside. If the weather around this area is pretty nice, she's going to live up top to where it's breezy and she can have some
Are we
comfort.
looking for... We're not looking for her specifically, though. We're looking for her secrets.
But that's
We're
not all
trying
her
to,
secrets.
yes, we're trying to find out what Alexia's plans are. Currently, you have a pretty good idea that the plans involve digging up bones.
Yes, making a giant army of the undead. We need a
We're done
bones.
then, right? We can go home?
We're done. Yeah, that's great. No, we actually have to have like some sort of plans. I vote for up.
I vote down. Could I use survival to kind of, because I saw the city from the outside.
You
Could I
saw,
try to figure out where we are inside it?
yeah. So, right now you're actually at the gatehouse itself. So the fort, when you are looking, oh. All right, I'm gonna try to show this to you again and kind of zoom in a little bit. All right, so there's the fort. You see there's like a bridge that's up top, and then there's a bridge down here. You guys, I think, are on this side, which is the gatehouse side. The fort itself is over here, and across this bridge. So there's a couple levels of the gatehouse, and then the fort itself is across this very large chasm.
Okay, so we'd have to go up.
Well, I'm going to
We
make
could.
a suggestion. I'm going to make the assumption that going up, there's going to be several floors. Going down, there should probably only be about one floor, because I don't imagine them digging too deep.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe we should start at the bottom, and this is the suggestion I'm making.
He makes sound
Sorry,
advice. I
Bob.
change my opinion from up to down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree with down. So at least we can find everything in the gatehouse before we move into the fort.
Alright. Okay. Then we need to move you guys over to a new part of the map. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's see if that's good enough. That's fine. Alright, now how do I move people over in an efficient way?
Go over to where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that it's just us. Change to the arrow. Drag all over us.
Okay.
Now grab it. And unfortunately, here's how it gets inefficient. Slide over a little bit. Grab it again. There you go. Alright, then you zoom in. Unselect by clicking something else.
Alright, I'm just making sure that I have everybody. Okay.
Yeah, some of us shifted around.
Alright, so let me go ahead and first I'm going to do this to get more of the thing revealed. And
Point it, I'll hold shift, now click on it.
oh. Alright, are you all there?
Yep. It's a tiny little room.
Okay. If we move Emmett out of the way, you will see that there is a tiny little door right here. Oh wait, actually you would be seeing more. I'm sorry. Hold please. Because this has to open up. Alright. So there's actually more room in here. And if you guys, which I assume you would come around the corner relatively soonish, you see that there's the dumbwaiter on the lower floor. And then there's a door. That's right there.
Ah, very cool.
I call not it on opening the door.
I'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door.
Unless somebody else feels that they want to, considering. I'll do so stealthily.
Try it.
22.
Okay. Right. You open the door.
Please tell me those are not what I think they are, and they are what I want them to be.
I gotta go to the right page here. So, 11. This large room is almost entirely empty. Some ratty sacks and broken barrels are laying about. Apparently nothing of value. So what you're seeing right now is a bunch of barrels laying around that are broken and busted.
None of them are
and
intact.
of little use.
Damn it, there's no alcohol anywhere.
No, it's dry. This is a dry fort.
Yeah, we can't have a bunch of drunk skeletons wandering around.
Soak it into the bones.
Alright. Oh, actually. Then I need to do this, and then you'll have everything opened up. Alright, you guys walk in. These are some double doors up here. They are, I believe they're open, but I'm not 100% sure.
I will passively stealth up to them.
I'll actively stealth up to them. 16.
Okay.
I want to go over to the other door on the side here. And I want to listen, like with a perception roll maybe.
That door is standing ajar, so you don't have to necessarily do much. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... It's north. This heavy iron door is leading into a new room. There's nothing in here but stone dust and walls and stuff. But there's another door right here that is also standing open if you would like to push it further.
Yes, I want to stealthily peek through it.
Okay. This door stands open, admitting you into the room. It appears to house some kind of controls. A giant iron and wood wheel juts from the wall, and a large lever protrudes from the floor. There's the lever.
Would this be like the gate control, maybe?
Yes, it would.
I don't know if my character would know that, though.
Do you have any kind of...
I have knowledge engineering and knowledge dungeoneering. I'd know that stuff.
Yeah, so right now you see a control thing. John, let's see, Yushiram and Nefera. These are, still trying to figure out if these doors are supposed to be open. You know what? Fuck it. These doors are open. And I do not have a map for this, so use your imagination. But before you, when you guys move closer, you see stuff. this is a drawbridge. So, I don't know if you guys can see it in this tiny, tiny picture. You see that little thing right down there?
Oh yeah.
No.
That's the drawbridge, and it's currently down. It's right there.
Oh, okay. That's where we're at.
And you guys are positioned to cross the bridge.
Okay.
Go back up.
Or we just cross the bridge.
Are we trying to get across the bridge?
Well, crossing the bridge leads into the fort itself. So,
We still need to be considered about being stealthy as we move around. That bridge takes us into open space. We haven't looked around to see if there's any possibility of things looking at us.
I
We
do
be
need to
careful.
tell you that the chasm is full of foggy stuff. So, it's, you don't see the bottom of it, and you don't see above the bridge. There's a giant, like, bridge that's above you guys that goes across, and then there's the drawbridge that you could walk across.
Is the fog dense enough that if we cross the drawbridge, things may not be able to see us?
Good question, John.
I
Do I need to roll?
Yes. Perception
Yes.
or
Survival.
intelligence or
This would be
survival.
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 I'll just
roll
roll.
a dice and we'll figure it out.
I know for a fact that nothing will see us.
Because the sky is green and up is down.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with perception and say it's 12.
Okay. It's pretty foggy in a spooky ambiance kind of way. So, yeah. You can totally disguise yourself, John. You can prance across in a stealthy fashion and no one will see you.
Prance in a stealthy fashion.
I don't know how that works.
I don't
Prancing in-
either.
Prancing in a stealthy fashion.
I don't either, but that's what's happening.
Well, I will
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you
okay.
guys do some role playing and decide where, if you want to cross the bridge or if you want to go up. And action.
Yeah, I mean, I think this fog is enough to obscure anybody from seeing us cross the bridge.
Going down, the objective was to make sure that we cover all our grounds. And now we're moving from the gatehouse and into the actual fort itself. If we go back and go up, we're going to possibly find more
Find
stuff.
something.
Yeah, I think clearing
Yeah,
out the
yeah,
gatehouse, at least taking a chance to look around the gatehouse first. I mean, it's evident she's going to be in the fort,
But do we want to waste all our time looking through every nook and cranny of this place? Or should we head to where we think the most stuff is going to be found?
That's what I'm thinking. Because,
Yeah.
you know, the sooner we get back, the more prepared we can be for this army of undead that's coming. But there might be valuable information on a higher level of the guardhouse. I don't know. Anybody have a coin?
I don't think that there would be anything in the guardhouse to find.
yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I am of the opinion we should just head in.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should just cross the bridge.
Sure.
What are we trying to do? Get into like her bedroom or something?
Yeah. We're trying to find her deepest, darkest secrets without her knowing.
We need to
So,
find her. We need
Those
to-
would be in a young girl's diary, which we all
Yeah, I was about to say we need to find the diary.
I know. I'm a young girl.
You need to find Anne Frank's diary.
Oh yeah.
If we went to the top of the guardhouse, though, we might be able to get a better view of the whole thing.
Oh, damn. We just got to the finalization that we're going to the main house. Why did you have to bring up that valid point?
I actually like the idea of going all the way to the top of the guardhouse so we can get a better view.
Me too.
A better view of what?
The
The
fort.
whole fort. Like, is there a top of the guardhouse where we could where we're outside on top of it?
One moment. I will
mean-
confirm. Okay, so based on what you guys are seeing right now, if you are standing right at the start of the drawbridge, ready to cross, if you look up, you see another smaller, narrower stone bridge directly above you, 2 floors up, essentially.
Yeah.
2 or 3. 3.
Okay.
I think we should head up there.
So yes, there's definitely something up there. Whether or not it's going to allow you a better view of things considering all of the chasmous fog shit, you'll
Well,
have to
I was
find out
gonna
once you
ask
get there.
that. Is the fog over the whole fort?
It's over the whole chasm. So that's what you're looking at, because this is a pretty wide chasm, and it's also a very, whatever. So yeah, they're saying there's lots of fog. Deal with it.
I don't know if we're gonna see anything valuable from trying to look.
Yeah, not from the bridge, anyways. If we could get to the top of another area.
I say we take our move and head into the fort.
You
from
could
here.
also go to the top of the fort on the other side.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
So if we go to the top of the gatehouse, we can be at the top of the gatehouse, and then we can walk across to the top of the fort as well, and get 2 points of views of what's going on, lay of the land.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if she's smart, she'd come to the top of the fort and get a lay of the land too. So, yeah, it sounds like we're going up the gatehouse.
Okay. That's fine. So, you all
Need to be moved back
need
together.
to be moved back together. Would you guys like to skip the ground floor and go straight to the upstairs gatehouse?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no
If
reason
we
to-
can do so stealthily.
Go ahead and decide whether or not you're going to roll or not.
I'm rolling.
I'm not.
Nope.
I get a 12.
Nice.
15.
I drop my
12.
bottle of wine on the way up. Tink, clunk, clunk, clunk.
Give me 1 second while I get everything
Yes,
prepped.
and then Nefera nearly trips over the bottle of wine.
Nice.
Move us all into one location.
Yeah,
to help you
that's
out.
the new plan.
Okay.
Thank you. Shift?
Shift.
Oh, wait.
Also salt.
Alright. Everybody's in the spot?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, let me go ahead and unveil north. North is unveiled. So, you guys go back up to the ground floor of the gatehouse, then up again into the stairs. You enter a... Let's see what this says. If there's anything... Ah, yes. You enter into the armory. Racks of weapons and armor fill the room. Unfortunately, all of the gear is old and run down. There's rusted blades, dented armor, and warped and splintered spears hanging up, waiting to be used by skeletons.
Is there anything bludgeoning that looks like it might be better than my femur?
You know, I'd probably say there's going to be a club. It's a splintery old club.
What about taking a spear and knocking the head off it to make it a staff?
There'll be a splintery old staff.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with my femur.
Okay. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I was reading the bonuses I gained from the background stuff.
Nice.
Trying to determine where I wrote down an improper bonus to handle animal. Seeing if it was something worthwhile or I made a mistake. And I think I made a mistake.
Okay, no worries. We'll fix it later. All right. what would you guys like to do? There is a door just above the stairs. There's also a door just across from the stairs.
I'll check out the door across from the stairs.
Who is being stealthy? And you got a 12, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And Robin got something low too.
15, which is low for me.
Okay. That's fine. All right. What would you guys like to do?
I'll check the door above the stairs.
All right. What are you checking?
Is it open?
It is not open.
I'm gonna slowly crack it open and peek through.
Okay. You crack it open. It opens inward. So as you open it, you see that it opens into a hallway.
The top of that hallway, is that an end?
Yes, that is a wall. The black parts are the walls.
John, are you checking the other door?
Yes, and I got a 14 to open it stealthily.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. When you open the door, you see that it is... Is it the supply room? Hold, please.
It's dumbwaiter.
Yep, it's the supply room with the dumbwaiter. Piles of bones are neatly arranged on the floor of this room. They are sorted by type from skulls to kneecaps. A few barrels hold longer leg and arm bones. So, John, if you would like to trade out that femur for a better looking one, now's your chance.
I mean, I don't have appraised bones, so
I mean, you have a appraisal?
no.
You always have somebody.
I mean, unless there's like a nice shiny new one that really sticks out, I'm not gonna go for it.
There is... Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Just roll a roll.
I got a 17. Do I add anything?
Nah, you're good. So, you see in the buckets of long femur bones, one of them has, like, you know, the ball joint that would go into the hip. It seems like it's a little bit larger than a normal human bone, and it's got these weird bone spur growths off of the top of it. So, that might do a little bit more damage than the one that you have right now.
Okay.
I mean, it looks gnarly as fuck, so.
Yeah, I'll swap out.
All
I
right.
mean, you know, I'll put the old fragile femur into the pile and take the gnarly bone spurry one out.
Awesome. So
It's still a one-handed club.
it is still a one-handed club. It does a D8, but it still has the fragile.
Okay, well that's one.
Okay.
I know I was talking trash about it earlier, but thinking about it now, instead of peeping through all these doors, maybe it will be a good idea to like send someone in the dumbwaiter up to each floor.
Oh, wait.
Because our goal is to get to the top, not to explore the whole tower. So maybe we should send someone up in the dumbwaiter.
No.
I also used the wrong descriptions for stuff too, so that was my bad.
Go ahead with the right descriptions then, I guess.
Yeah. John, you weren't supposed to find that yet. That's in a different
Oh.
room. You're just in the room with the dumbwaiter. That's
Okay.
all.
Well, if we're going to send someone up, the Pharaoh will volunteer since she's the lightest stealthy person.
I mean, that would just probably be the safest way up. Instead of, having to crack open every single door, who knows what's behind the doors.
Let me see if this actually goes. Okay, so as you guys are hatching this plan to go up the dumbwaiter to the higher level, John, since you're in that room, you don't see it going any higher.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I'll let
Never
Bourg
mind.
know.
Never mind.
But then I'll also say there's another door in here that I'm gonna check.
okay. So, you're gonna go over there, John?
Yeah.
Alright.
I must definitely open this one too.
Okay. It opens inward, same as with, oops. Well, you're gonna see stuff. Anyways, you open the door and you see a hallway.
Splitting the group up.
And you know what? Somebody might want to point that out.
I'm saying that. Dar, Krieger, you need to come back this way. It's not safe to go alone.
I also like how nobody has bothered to correct him yet.
I don't want to disrupt his flow,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna like
No,
after this whole adventure, I'm gonna have
Good
a
coming from
talk
her.
about who Krieger is.
Well, no, actually, yeah. Since I just found another hallway, I'll come back to the group.
Okay, do you close the door?
Yes.
No, he leaves it ajar.
I turn it into a jar.
Okay, fair enough.
No. No, I close it behind me stealthily. I'll also close this other door behind me stealthily.
I say we wait for him to get back before we move forward.
Okay, so you guys are all back in the same room.
Question, where's the light coming from?
That's a good question. It was not specified when I laid out these maps.
So, because, I mean, undead don't need lights. We do.
Alright,
Um,
that's a good point.
I do have a torch listed on my character sheet I have yet to use. We have magical light sources here and there, so
I don't need a light.
I do. So if no one's going to produce a light spell, then I'm going to produce a torch.
I can use I can cast light on an object if you need me to.
Yeah, be great.
I'll do that. I'll cast light. I'm gonna cast light on your torch.
Okay. I take the magically enchanted torch. I'm going to head into the hallway. I'll take point for a minute. Keep
Okay.
Inari behind me.
Krieger will be the caboose.
Which hallway are we going? Okay.
The one that you opened the door to, yeah. I want to head down this way now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up this stuff. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. Alright. You see a hallway before you. There's 2 doors, one close to you, one further away.
But we can see the end of the hall, and it looks like stairs.
And yes, and you guys are keeping your stealths current. You're at a 12?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm at a 12.
Okay. Alright, what would you like to do?
Move toward the stairs. We're trying to go up, so... But we also want to find out, like, see if there's anything we could learn while we're in here, right?
We could pop these doors. Yeah, we could pop these doors open real quick.
Okay.
I'll hold my club ready.
I will as well. That door that Hagan's next to, I want to be behind him because I have a reach weapon.
Gotcha. Okay. Who opens it?
I will.
Alright. So this is actually the armory that I described in the other room. The other room was just stairs, boring stairs. This is the armory.
Okay.
Go get your weapon, John.
The bone's in the other room on the outside. You'd have to Kool-Aid Man through that wall in order to do it.
Ah.
I mean, he's made of rock. You can do it.
Is there any morning stars or...
Yeah, they're probably on rusted chains and shit.
Yeah, she said they were all useless.
Oh.
I mean...
Yeah, aren't you guys listening?
Oh, Jay.
Touche. All right, you win. There's no other way out of this one. Then, assuming that the next one's going to be a stockpile room, we should go check it out too.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Do it stealthily.
It's too late. He just said, yeah, I'll open it.
With the stealth of 12.
You stealthily fling open the door.
Oh no.
Roll for initiative.
Shit.
We're not supposed to get in fights, guys.
15. I can write it in 10.
I already used my one man, so we're fucked.
Yeah, you can write it in. You should be able to.
Yeah, you guys should be able to write it in now.
I'm at a 20.
Okay, well, let's do you first.
Mm.
Whatever. 11.
You're the 21.
Yeah.
Come on, you little shit.
Yeah.
Alright. And then who else do we got here? We got that guy.
Do I get an action before the first? Well, never mind.
I'm gonna go with no. Also 11. Alright, so everybody put their initiatives in?
Yeah.
Sweet. First one is Inari. Inari, you and Emmett, did you move forward?
Yeah, we're staying behind Jay as he opens doors.
Okay, so let's move you guys up to where he's supposed to be at, so you guys are in the same space.
Yeah.
Alright, so Agon has opened the door, revealing several skeleton warriors and a more scary-looking skeleton warrior.
There's level 2 skeleton. Right.
Well, damn.
I'll see you.
What would you like to do, Inari?
Last one with the disrupt undead.
I didn't even understand that. Your caffeine talk is really, really fast.
She said she's going to cast Blast Wave of Disrupt Undead,
Yeah, that one.
but it's a 15-foot range.
So you gotta move. And then you can only catch one.
That's fine.
Actually, let me see the mouse real quick.
It's really not no, disrupt undead is just one creature.
Oh, never mind then. Because if it was a wave, then you could probably move down to here
Yeah. It's not though.
and shoot in
So I'm
here.
just gonna be like, yeah. Ugh.
And you still have to move to get my sight.
Where are they?
Huh?
Wait, where's the door?
Doors in front
The
of
door is
Oh.
right here, right in front of Agon. That's the door.
I'll poke my head around the corner and like go bleh.
What is blur?
Bleh. That means cast a
Yeah,
spell.
that's the semantic.
Yeah, that's the semantic. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that spell.
Bleh?
Yeah.
Undead.
Undead. Disrupt undead.
It has to do with vampires.
What?
All right. So what do?
Bleh. Never mind.
Oh.
Ooh, a D6 points of damage.
Yeah.
No, is that just automatic? Because I don't know
It
that
doesn't.
spell.
Saving throw none.
Yeah, it's saving throw none, so it just happens.
If you read it, no, it says it's a ranged touch attack, I do believe. Read in the text.
All right. So you have to attack.
Okay.
But you only have to hit the touch armor value.
Which one are you trying to hit? The one that's closest to you?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. One up front.
Got it.
Well, I hope it's low. 10?
Dex, base attack, plus your dice roll. What'd you get?
Yeah, that would be a 10. Because I rolled a 4.
All right. That misses.
Okay. And I peek back around the corner.
No, your face is stuck there.
Oh, good.
There's a feat for that.
Oh.
Yashiram.
I will move through my friends to the other side of the door and ready an action with my club. So the first skeleton that comes here, I will bash.
With their cousin's femur.
Yes.
Okay. Check.
They're
Action
dead
is
ones.
ready. Emmett.
I'm gonna hold my action and tell Agon to let me get into his place, so that me and him can swap places. No, you want to stay there and battle the good battle? Then I will.
I got a plan. I want you to stay back.
I'm
So
gonna.
I'm so I wasn't going to tell you to do it at first. I didn't want to metagame, but I'm so glad you chose not to move into the room.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move into the room because I'm gonna wait till they move into the same position like Yashirim is doing. So.
Okay. All right. So Emmett yells out to Agon, "Agon, trade places!" And Agon, it's your turn.
I'm going to put my finger out like this. Nay.
Nay.
John says, "Hold my beer."
Yes, yes. Hold my beer. And I am going to say the words Klaatu, Baratu, necktie? Anyways, and I'm going to cast Stone Call.
Okay, and
Stone Call is going to summon rocks and dirt and like a whirlwind of it. And it's going to do a 2d6 of damage to everything in 40 yards. So I'm going to cast it where I'm pinging here.
40 yards or 40 feet?
I'm sorry, 40 feet.
Okay.
Still,
So
it's
I'm
gonna hit
cast
everything.
it, like on the back wall,
Okay.
and that will hit all of them.
Let's see.
40 feet goes right to that door. That is beautiful.
Okay. All right. So, do they do a reflex save or?
Let me check on that.
Okay. This is awesome. What a great spell.
Yeah, that's gonna decimate a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Where is my? I had it up. Yeah, there we go. No, it is not something they can.
Okay. What was the spell's name?
Stone Call.
Stone Call, thank you. Just so I can have
And
it
now,
up.
is this something that's going? Well, I guess it's not going to. Yeah, it will. Is it something that's affected by my necklace?
You haven't detected magic on it yet, dude. You have to.
I haven't, but I need to know so that.
Let's
Well,
see.
then I can find
Holy
out.
effing balls, that's fucking amazing. No save, no call, no dice roll, just automatic 2d6
You know
bludgeoning damage into everything.
Give me 1 second, Jay. I'm going to deliberate on that real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so what if instead of just doing it for like...
You don't have to tell me because I can just because all it does is affect how many rounds it lasts.
Because what if instead
So I
of
can just wait and
doing
see
it,
how many
like,
rounds it lasts.
just for boosting an elemental, it boosts every earth-based spell that he
Scroll
casts.
up. See if it says in the descriptor. Yeah, it's Earth. I mean, yeah, you can do that. Summon Earth Elemental has the descriptor of Earth to it, too.
Yeah.
You can have fun with all of them, babe.
Okay,
That sounds-
okay. I'm totally
We're
doing
going to
it.
do like a +2 damage or
I was going to do like a...
a die size
Yeah.
change. So every time he does this, it uses up one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Then he still has to recharge it. That's beautiful. Go for it. So he's got... His wisdom bonus was 5, so he's used 1. This will be the second one used?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So...
So yeah, you don't have to tell me because all it does to the level it affects how many rounds it's gonna last. So I can just wait and see how many rounds it's gonna last.
Well, I do need to tell you, Jay, because
okay.
I need you to know what's happening as you're casting this spell.
Okay.
So, you're like, hold my beer, channeling this earthen energy to call up this, like, storm of earth and rock and, swirling destruction in this room. As you're doing so, the pendant on your chest warms again, and as you're casting it, you're feeling like the power that you would normally have put into this spell just seems to have like pulled more out of you, like it's drawing from your inner strength to empower this spell that you're casting. So go ahead and roll. Would it be if it's 2d6?
I mean,
It would be 2d8.
Melt doesn't increase the damage.
you can always just make it have a meta magic effect.
So just maximize.
Yeah, we're just maximizing it.
Yeah. All right. So.
Because we can equate that for the
Yeah, you're
elemental
right.
as well.
Yeah, I think that'll be
Makes
good.
the game work easier.
Yeah. So as you are casting this, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. The amount of energy that goes into the spell is so powerful that it maximizes the damage. This is mechanic speaking. And so it does 2d6 bludgeoning, so that's 12 points of damage to everything in the room.
Oh, great. And that's per round, and it should last 3 rounds. Well, 4 if it adds the extra level from this ended.
Yeah, they're destroyed within the first round. What about the other guy?
Yeah.
He's gonna last 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So in his first round, will he be able to make it over to us?
I think yes.
So
Let's
he'll-
just double check if he does a full charge into a gon.
Yeah,
he can do that.
And he's next.
Yep.
Oh shit! Well, good luck. What's his weapon?
What is his weapon? Ah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, Jay, the skeletons, like, the majority of the skeletons in here just completely get torn to pieces. These guys are just ripped and broken and battered from all of the debris that's flying around this room now. The one in the back, this guy right here, screams this, like, hissing, clacking scream. The kind of scream that makes you kind of shit your pants. Emmett.
9 plus 5, 14.
You decided that it was probably for the best that Agon did not trade places with you.
Yeah.
It screams in fury as it comes up and attacks Agon. John, you that you were holding your action? I'm just letting you know. I'm not going to remind you in the future.
No, I am gonna hit the crap out of him.
Okay.
Do I get any kind of negatives for using a femur as a weapon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's an improvised weapon, you suffer a -2.
Okay.
You don't have proficiency in femur.
No, not yet, but I think I might get it. Is that a feat? Like,
Yes.
Yes, weapon proficiency femur.
okay.
Actually, you know what? We'll bundle that under exotic weapon proficiency just for funsies.
Okay. So, 2, 1, -2. Oh
Get
god.
the hat and have the cat sit
Yeah.
on my butt. So
Well, then
much.
just move her.
She's fine. I'll just take the hat off.
Okay.
So, 17.
That's a
All right. Well, no. This,
dude's got a shield and his armor bonus is +6. That's like banded or splint mail.
Wow.
yeah, this guy's a boss.
That
Not
was almost literally as good as I can do.
Almost literally.
almost literally.
Yeah, like I rolled
Oh,
an 18
John.
and I have a -1. So,
Well, I would hold to defend that area too. You want me to make a roll?
Are you? No, because you failed.
Okay.
Your will save.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. You're just staring in horror.
Yeah, I am afraid.
All right, it swings and does a 11 hit you, Jay.
Remember
Right.
charge, so it got
Yes.
+2.
All right. Yeah, it did charge, so it would be a 13. And so it does hit, and it does 3 damage.
No, it's got a +3.
It does?
Yeah, so it does.
Oh,
6.
6 damage. I'm sorry. 6 damage to you, God. And I believe
It's
that...
attacking with a long sword, so it's slashing.
Yes. If that matters.
I think most of us have the coats.
Yeah. Do you have a great coat, Jay?
Yeah.
Because it should reduce that, right?
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It's just...
It just reduces.
It's bludgeoning. Okay, never mind. So it doesn't reduce it.
No, I'm sorry. It's
Will you just tell me which one it is?
It is.
Okay.
He's fine. If he's got the great coat, then he can ignore
Do
5
you
of
have a great coat, Jay?
Did we all get great coats somewhere?
You
bought it
probably
with
should have when you
character
created your character.
I did not. I'm not gonna be. I'll be honest. I did not.
Well, when you get back into town, I'd highly recommend buying one.
Okay.
So, yes, you do take 6 points of damage, and now
Just curious, how much would that have stopped?
5.
5.
Okay. Wow.
That's why we all have them. Me and you share them. I guess everybody does.
I wish we
Yeah.
could have like talked about this as a group.
Everybody's like, man, he must be a badass. He doesn't need to wear that coat that everybody else has to wear. Oh, I guess he's not. He's
That's
bleeding.
why I hired him
Yeah,
to help me on that one job.
because he was not wearing a great coat,
Yeah,
so he must be a
have been
badass. Nice. Nefera. You just saw a rain of destruction go on in that room, but one of them still got close enough to hit Agon really hard with a sword.
Gonna make a sound and do a minute meteor attack on this fellow.
Okay.
So it needs to do a reflex save of against 15.
It's saved.
Okay.
Does it do half damage or no damage?
Oh, it does. Nope, it negates.
Okay. Close. All right.
John missed. This massive storm of stone didn't destroy this thing.
Not totally, nope. Inari. Emmett just froze up in the middle of combat. This one skeleton is right there in front of them. You're poking your face into its, like, boniness right there. What you doing? You're up.
I mean, I could try to smack it with my long or short sword, like on the flat side. Right? Use it as bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Yep, does
-2
minus 2 to hit.
attack, and instead of doing regular damage, it does bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 21.
That will hit.
Yay! Right? Is it still like a regular D6?
Yes.
5.
Alright, so what are we at? It did 12 damage.
I'm gonna stick my arm in and go. Yeah. I take out that one Achilles kneecap.
Okay. Yashirim,
You don't make no sense.
Yes.
your turn.
I will attempt to club it again.
Taking it to the club.
Nice.
The music did not help. Does a 2 hit?
No. Did you roll a 1?
No, I rolled a 3.
Okay. And now it's Emmett. Emmett, you get a chance to redeem yourself. You redeem yourself. Would you like to hit?
Yeah. 22.
That will hit. What are you hitting with?
My bludgeoning spike chain part.
Gotcha.
6 points of damage.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's gonna do it. So yeah, John takes out one, or was it John? No, Sarah. Sarah takes out one leg. You take out the other. It falls to the ground, collapses, and then Agon's hailstorm crushes its skull.
I totally forgot about it. I don't know if it could have charged me because, and not that I want you to retcon it back, but it creates rough terrain when it's going on.
Which means it has to move double its movement, and since it was already making a charge, it'd have to at least. I I think a charge requires you to at least do double your movement, so it would have been 60 foot. It might not have been able to make it for that purpose.
Well, we'll just say this one was a
Fine.
badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one was a badass. It was boss monster fight.
Well, it wasn't a boss monster fight. It was just a badass fight.
It was a barbarian in life, so it had an extra speed increment.
But you all managed to.
Oh, I'm gonna fall.
Don't move.
Okay, I won't move.
Okay, I saved your phone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, you guys take out the next group of things, and as you guys stand there, the rocks and things are swirling around the room, pelting left and right for another few seconds before it all collapses to the ground on top of all of the dead skeletons, re-dead skeletons.
Should we check the other end of the room?
Would you
I
like
would
to?
definitely-
Sure.
Yeah, the group says yes.
Go on.
The we know what the armor is that was on that thing.
Ooh.
It says +6, which is either change mail or breastplate. Does it say in there? Yeah, it says breastplate.
Yeah, it's a
Heavy.
breastplate, a heavy steel shield, and a really nice sword. This sword is not rusty at all.
I don't use shields, but I do use swords.
What kind of sword is it?
Long sword.
So,
I mean, I've got a perfectly fine weapon that I'm very proficient in, but I do use swords.
I'm sorry, I was talking to someone. What was in the room?
The last skeleton we fought, is wearing good armor, carries a heavy steel shield, and a nice-looking long sword.
Does anyone want the shield?
No.
No.
I'm thinking I might want it.
I think druids can use shields.
But I think they have to be
Does this not
wooden.
help? We have to work.
I
It has
will,
to be like wooden.
let me check on that.
Yeah, as long as it's wooden, you can use it. See if that one's free. It's not.
well, I'm gonna stealthily open this door. At the end of the wall.
Okay, excellent.
We don't need to open any more doors. Let's just
Too
go
late.
There's a really sweet femur somewhere around here. I can feel it.
Jay, I would take that shield because you can sell it for money. And if any questions, no one's going to stop me. I'm going to take the breastplate because that thing's worth some money too.
Okay, well, how much can you fit in your bag?
At this point in time, I'm probably pretty sure my bag is getting pretty full.
Yeah, I think you're
With the-
really darn close to encumbered
I'm
at this
just-
point.
Well, not encumbered, but just bulky.
Awkward.
I have a high strength score.
That's fine. Okay, you are hitting awkward status.
All right, fine. I'll take awkward status.
My character wouldn't want it for money though. I'm not a money person.
Okay. John, you see when you open this door, there's a door right down here calling your name, saying, "Please come look at this femur. I swear there's no other skeletons in here trying to kill you. Just come down and open this door."
I'm gonna whisper across this chasm to the other door that, hey, I'm gonna go check this door real quick. I'll be right back.
Should we roll to see if we hear him?
Sure, if you want to.
Anari does not hear him.
Neither does Nefera.
Somebody's.
Anari makes eye contact. And
19. What did I have to roll better than?
John, what was your stealth?
14.
Yes, you hear him.
Krieger, do not separate the party. Krieger, come back. Stay with the
I'm gonna
group.
jump in at this time, and I'm gonna say, "Who's Krieger?"
Krieger, it means point man.
Oh. Oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't been calling him
I'm
by
gonna
another
say-
name except the guy who goes out in front.
In character, I thought you were going crazy. I apologize.
I sit there and nod. No, I had moment, but I came back. Trust me, I was gone there earlier when we were outside. And I stop and I look at the ground. The guy's name was Krieger. The person that I'm thinking about, but I don't tell them that. Because that was his name was given Point because that's what he did. His job was to sit on the boat and ride the front.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna tell him that.
No, of course not.
So.
John, this is flashing at you.
Be right back.
Flashing at you.
I opened the door.
All right.
Stealthily.
Roll for initiative.
Oh shit! What the fuck are you doing?
I'm just kidding.
Not to open any more doors.
John, you see a whole big pile of bones everywhere.
Man, it's really good there's no alarm spells on any of these doors.
I know, right? Somebody wasn't thinking. Do I see my shiny new femur?
Yes, you do.
John, do you want this longsword? Can you use longswords? Is that what this? Oh, that's right. He still needs a bludgeoning thing.
Yeah, that's what he. Yeah, he was getting.
That's the only reason
Okay.
that I can have one.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yes, its name is Cragstaff.
Oh, Cragstaff.
It's named
Cragstaff.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm gonna snag it and then stealthily.
Make sure you write that on your character sheet, John. That thing has a history.
Cragstaff, right? Tomorrow.
That I'm currently making up in my head right now.
Have fun with that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, is this
It's
like
it's a 1d8.
fever?
Yeah, maybe. You'll have to do some knowledging at some point, but not today.
Yeah, I am at a medium load, by the way.
You what?
I'm at a medium load.
Nice. So, what are we doing? John found his femur. You
Yep,
guys
and I'm
are
Hold. If John walked through that room, he took damage from the stone call.
You said that they only lasted for 3
4
rounds.
Well, 3 rounds. But if I'm getting a bonus from the pendant, it would be 4.
You did not get a bonus from the
Okay.
pendant.
So 3 rounds.
Yes, so there's no
and
worries.
I'll also tell them that there's stairs over on the other side too.
Excellent. Alright. You guys have successfully destroyed all the skeletons and found a new weapon for Yashiram. And there's some stairs. What would you guys like to do?
I think we need to go up just one flight of stairs together as a group.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Krieger needs to pull out front, and then we'll follow up behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, Krieger.
You're with Cragstaff.
Alright,
I'll
so you
just
guys are
pick.
going up that way. Everybody move over and clump yourselves up and get ready for transport.
Please keep arms and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
No, I was thinking too.
In case of emergency, the exits are here.
Who didn't clump themselves up?
That's me, because I don't have control of
Oh,
me.
right. You. Well, what are you doing? I'm not ready yet. Why are you pressing buttons? I'm not
I haven't
even
done
ready.
anything.
God. Okay. Ah! Why did you do that? There.
You did that.
Alright. Is everybody here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. You guys have climbed the stairs and you found another very narrow hallway.
I'm Kriegering it up.
Alright, go Gadget Krieger.
Stealthily Kriegering.
Alright, are you passive stealthing or rolling?
Passive.
So 14?
We're rolling.
Yes.
17.
I'm passive.
Alright, Krieger. Continue. Sir.
And stealthily peeking around the corner.
Okay. There's
Do I
north.
see anything monstery?
Nope, no monsters.
Okay. Figure continues.
Alright, so you're getting closer to this side.
Yeah, this is a corner right here.
What? Sure, yeah, that's the corner.
Okay, I'm going to
This is
peek around
all.
the corner.
This is also a corner right here. Up here is where it's starting to get a little blustery and windy.
Oh.
Looks like we made it to the top again.
I will peek around that corner. Oh, so is this like another opening for a bridge over here?
Yeah. So, the whiteness represents the, the nothingness of your existence. And a stone bridge. Oh, wait. Did I mess up? I messed up a little bit.
How so?
Because as you guys were coming up, who has a high passive perception?
Mine's a 19.
Okay, well, you stayed back.
Yes.
Good job.
Mine's an 18.
You are Krieger, so your is for forwardness, not for backwardness.
Mine's at 21.
Cool. So, I forgot, back at this end, way back here, where Emmett is right now. As you guys walked up to this top of the stairs, this is actually an open battlements area.
Oh, it's not enclosed?
This is not enclosed. The sky is above you. Mounted on the stone floor at this lookout point is a strange contraption. A series of glass plates are mounted in a tarnished steel framework, and the whole thing is mounted on some kind of rotating base. The device's great glass eye points out towards the battlefield.
Oh.
It's a giant telescope.
Alright, sneak through it, alright? You like looking for things.
I do. I like looking through things.
Yeah, do you?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Should I roll a Mechanica to see exactly what it is, to identify it?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like an older, your description, it sounds like an older model telescope. Does it give an idea how big it is?
It's Bourg.
Oh, shit.
Huh?
15.
It's a big ass telescope.
Nice. I'll look through it with my eyeball.
Okay. As you look out and survey the old battlefield, you notice something a little interesting. All of those workers that were digging up bones and shit, you don't see them anymore. All you see is bones scattered around everywhere. No one's working on them anymore. And the warriors that were marching about that you guys knew were there are not. You don't see them either. All you see is bones scattered about.
Okay. Am I able to move this thing?
There's bones in disarray. No. I mean, you could try, but it's too big for one tiny person.
Do I see her looking about it like she's trying to figure out how to move it?
Sure.
Is it held on like with bolts or anything?
Yes.
Does she have a wrench that's visible? Sleight of hand to take the wrench off of her? That's a 26.
Sure, you fiddle around in her bag while
Grab
she's
it.
not paying attention.
Start loosening the bolts or something to try to help move it.
I think I'm lost. Where are you guys?
Back in the corner where you are right now.
There's
Okay.
a telescope there.
I see one person there. I don't see both there. Okay.
They haven't moved back. It's fine.
Yeah, Sarah.
So does it seem
I
like
was
it's...
supposed to be with Emmett. Were you moving me?
Well, yeah. Because I thought Emmett was moving with us.
No, I stay with Emmett.
Sorry, my bad.
That's cool.
Does it look like it's seized in spot, or is it just built so it doesn't turn?
It is extremely seized and rusted, and so as you're starting to fiddle with it, you realize that you might do more harm than good by continuing to mess with it.
Then I'm not going to mess with it.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna kind of look back down at Emmett and say,
The skeletons are gone off the battlefield.
Do you want to look through?
Yeah, at this point in time, I'm handing her back her wrench and pushing her out of the way.
He's giving you a wrench.
Her wrench. Oh.
it's got my name like chiseled into the side of it.
He's giving you your wrench.
What?
Roll a perception.
27.
Your keen eye, as you are looking through this telescope, it's not that they've left the battlefield, it's that you're seeing particularly places where they were working, where they are now piles where they were working. You're also seeing that it looks like someone must have attacked these creatures and destroyed them while you guys have been in here.
I'm scanning now. I'm pulling myself away from that. I'm just scanning to see what else the hell I can see in this battlement, because there's shit going on around us and we need to be more aware of it.
Someone might have followed you.
Can I,
I'm telling Inari that we have been followed. This makes no sense. Something is afoot.
Okay.
We should probably get the others.
Let's go. And I'm going to keep up with her. My movement's been reduced because I'm at medium load.
Okay. You guys, since it's 10 o'clock, we're gonna wrap it up here and leave it at a little bit of a cliffhanger. You have realized, using this rusty, older telescope, that somebody has possibly followed you, or something else has happened to destroy these skeletons that were working out in the battlefield. You're up on the top of the battlements of the gatehouse, excuse me, and we will, drag back Yashiro, as he's been, trying to talk to everybody, and then he realizes nobody's there to talk to.
Guys?
Guys? Yeah. And we will pick up next time.
Awesome.
Yay!
That was
We all
fun.
made level 4.
You know.
That's not until the next module.
You guys have to, fight Alexia's undead army before that happens. And then also wait until she morphs into the super necromantic dragon that she's turning herself into. And then you can be level 4.
Jesus.
So she's Maleficent, but with zombies.
I guess you're gonna have to find
told you
out.
she was going to turn into some giant something.
All
I
right.
hope our horses are okay.
With Ivan!
Oh, they're dead.
Well, thanks for everybody who decided to join us. And if you didn't decide to join us and you want to watch it on YouTube, well, you just watched it on YouTube. Good job.
Yay! Thank you for watching it on YouTube.
All right. Have a great night, and we will see you next game session. Bye-bye.